Well, good evening, everyone. Hope you're having a great Friday so far. This is our last podcast of the week, of the year here at Borderline. I appreciate you all being here. We do have a lineup tonight. We have a whole bunch of interesting stories, and we actually have a few guests with us tonight. But first, we got to talk about Dustin moving that mouse around. Dustin,
Oh crap! I am moving it.
how's it going?
Oh, it's going pretty good. Like you said, this is our final show of the week, final show of the month, final show of the year.
Yeah.
So
And
looking forward to some good banter, and we've got a returning guest as well as a new guest tonight. I'd like to go ahead and welcome Twingatz back, and S. I'm gonna mess with us, Sid
yeah.
as well.
Yes.
Sid.
Yes.
I call him
Hello.
Sid.
They are
Yes.
both kick streamers. Welcome.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Robin.
You're welcome.
Thanks for having us. Hell yeah.
For sure. But Twin, we've had you here before, but can you remind us what you do and all that?
Yeah. So I'm Twingatz. I've been streaming for about I don't know 8 years now.
Oh damn.
Started on Beam, Mixer, moved to D Live, then Twitch, and now we're on Kick.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've been around the block, you know.
That's
But yeah, no, I'm mostly known for graphic design and video editing and gaming and I don't know, man. I'm going to school now for coding, and that's been like my main focus for the past years. So I spent a lot of time doing that, and kind of took a little bit of a break from streaming to focus on code because it takes a lot of time.
It does. I actually
Um,
went to school for coding as well.
Did
I have,
you?
yeah, I got a associate's degree, just a 2-year degree. That's all I needed.
Sure. And that's what I'm working on now. But it's computer networking is my major. So I'll be hooking up servers basically. Pretty much.
yeah,
That's my future, you know.
that's pretty cool. I know nothing about that. I maybe one day. Yeah, that's not my
It's
thing. But
definitely a good field to be in, though. I mean, there's longevity in it.
and that's no,
Because even the
exactly.
old
I
That's the
technology's not
future.
going anywhere.
That's the future though. Like all the news, you need to know something. Like
Sure.
I can
And
figure out.
that- and
I
that's
can
my
figure out how to go
backup
live.
plan. It's like, I can keep myself alive doing graphics and I do a lot of odd jobs and stuff, but started as a salesman, a car salesman for years. Worked for BMW, Volkswagen, Toyota.
I didn't know you were a salesman. Jeez, wow. I was a salesman too for
Yeah,
15 years. I
yeah.
just stopped that and I went to
Seriously?
Paris. Yeah,
Mhm.
I
That's
sold
what Jay's did, too.
I sold
sales.
barbecues and fireplaces and outdoor patio furniture. And like
Beautiful.
some of these kitchens, some of these barbecues would be like $15,000 Canadian. You know.
Of course.
Like,
And you get
so-
commission on those
Yes,
deals?
yeah, I did. So,
Ooh.
but yeah, like,
That's-
but not
that's
enough,
just
not
wild.
enough, and they didn't pay me enough, so I moved on. But fun story there. That's cool. You're a salesman. Yeah, let's
I was.
let's you were, me too. I was too.
Time shared too, believe it or not.
Yeah.
My job was to like go out into like tourist areas and bring people in.
You're one of those
Uh,
sketchy people.
And oh yeah, and
Yeah.
just walk them through the hotel and say, "You want to own a piece of this?"
You know what I used to tell people? You know what my
That's
favorite
kinda
line
work
as
I
a
can't do.
salesperson was?
That's hard, dude.
It's like I always told people never trust a salesperson, and they'd always laugh and they'd buy something off me. Like okay,
Well, like there was good moments and there was bad moments. I remember we did sell timeshare, and like it was real. Like you owned a portion of the property as long as you kept up with your payments, you know. But like, and it's like a mortgage. We had to go to real estate school. But I sold a piece of Disney World to a young girl who was actually
Do that?
dying of cancer.
Oh,
And she wanted to live in Disney World for like the rest of her life, and her parents wanted to make that happen. So I sold her a piece of a resort. I sold it to her parents, and so she could live out the rest of her life living in Disney World, which was insane. That
Yeah.
was an insane.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
thing. Right. And they like roll me a card. That was the biggest sale probably in the best sale, where I was like, okay, that was cool. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
it's crazy that
It
you
was
can do
like,
that.
I hope you give him a
Yeah.
deal.
Oh, they got a good deal. They got a real good deal. I
Oh.
made sure they talked to like the boss of the company and stuff.
That's but yeah, no, we can go on. We can talk about you more, but let's hear
For
from
sure.
Sid because
That's me.
Yeah,
Talk to
yeah.
Sid.
Well,
Hey Sid, hey,
I'm
welcome to the
hey,
show.
hey.
Uh,
Um,
uh,
I'm Sid. Or as I'm saying, whatever. Got my name from my brother. Started off on Twitch. The start of the year. I did stream previously when I was younger on like Minecraft and games like that, on and off. Just a little fun time. Fun part-time thing. And then
Hell yeah.
this last year, I've started taking streaming more seriously. I'm getting more into content creation now, learning things along the way. Been going hard this year, harder next year. It's gonna be good.
that's
So have
Go
you
ahead,
been
sir.
through college? Are you?
Yeah, so I went through college and then I stopped because a family member, my mum was vulnerable. So I couldn't
Oh,
go to college.
the timing with the
Oh
pandemic
yeah,
stuff.
with COVID and everything. Yeah, sorry.
Okay, you said
And
vulnerable, so I'm like, okay, I think I know what you mean.
yeah, and yeah, I kind of wasn't able to go, so that stopped. I was homeschooled um from secondary school, which was, I believe it was 11 till 16. I don't know the exact ages of when you leave school and that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was homeschooled. I think that's about it really. I live a very simple life. Um, just
So
mainly
what do you
just get
think
up.
of homeschooling? Do you think it was good, bad? Do you have an opinion on it?
It's good if you have the right tutor. I was lucky enough to have a good tutor. Um, I feel like you need to really get along with them as well. Otherwise, it can be quite awkward. And
now you did homeschool
not
is
the
different from you from now, like because now I don't know how old you are, but now the kids literally 20 of them are in one Zoom call, right? And they don't have a tutor; they still have one teacher, right?
Actually, yeah, I think it's just all Zoom now.
Yeah. So back in the
For me, it was
I don't know
face to face.
how old are you if
Yeah.
you want to answer?
I'm 21. I'm 22 in
21. So
April.
yes, so before we were talking homeschool before the pandemic, pre-pandemic, was more
Yeah, it was.
one-on-one at the time, and which was
Yes.
more
Yeah.
beneficial. And I believe that's the best
Yeah.
way to
Exactly.
homeschool.
Yeah.
I'm for
Yeah. I
homeschool. I
agree.
talk about it quite a bit on here actually.
It can be very beneficial. Very
But yeah,
beneficial.
but again, if
Because
you have no one there to help you or push you, the kids might not do it, right?
exactly, like, I had to drop out of school because I was being bullied, and it was just a lot of mental pressure, and it manifested into like a lot of social anxiety, and I just couldn't go. So it was either, I think my mom had to pay a fine or something, or be homeschooled. So I was homeschooled,
That's
and
yeah.
honestly, I loved it. I still talk to the tutor to this day. She sent me a Christmas card and dropped me a message on my phone.
That's cool. You know, I like, and that's it. I think school is horrible. Like, I hate school too. I was picked on. I was bullied, and
Oh, it's awful.
I
I
think
was
it's silly.
bullied.
But yeah, well, I appreciate you being here. We can actually
I'm
talk
with you,
more
Rich.
about all this in a while if you guys are down. I, we should probably get into some of these articles here. As some of you might know, we're probably going to talk about Trump quite a bit tonight. Sid,
Yeah.
you're a huge fan of him, right?
Did we put it in the title of the stream? I don't
I
see
even
the title.
Sid
I,
loves
I
Trump.
I love Trump
I'm
apparently.
just
I have no
kidding, I'm
idea.
just kidding. I'm just
So-
kidding.
Honestly, I know that he was like he ran for president. He got arrested. Awesome mugshot, by the way.
Yeah.
I think it goes hard.
Yeah.
Really, it actually goes hard.
It's a decent mugshot among mugshots.
And he profited off that so much.
It
That's the
goes
best
really
part
hard.
about it.
Well, yeah, he desperately wanted a
Yeah.
mugshot because, like,
Now
it fits his talking points perfectly. So,
okay, so from CNN.
but hey, we're gonna talk about the latest about him.
Oh, okay.
We talked about this actually a few days ago. What happened with Colorado, but from CNN.
Hey, spoiler! That's the next.
Maine's
article.
top election official removes
we're just
Trump's
talking about it.
from 2024 primary ballot. Yeah, I actually mentioned this to you last night on your stream there. But yeah, another state thinking they can remove someone from the ballot, which you can't. But let's
Well,
see
I
how
mean,
this goes.
It says they did it, so you say can't, but it
Yeah,
says they did it.
They did it, but doesn't mean like, a lot of people do things. Doesn't mean they're allowed to. Doesn't mean they're gonna get away with it.
So that's kind of vague. Top election official. Who
Yeah.
Let's put a name to a face. Who
I'm
we got
gonna
here?
guess they're Democrats.
Secretary of State Sheena Bellows
Yeah.
paused her decision pending a potential appeal in state court. Trump's team said they intend to file. Oh,
that's
so
the
it's
thing.
not technically happening; it's pending happening.
Oh, so that's a misleading title. What do you think about this? I know you're not American, Sid, but Twin, you're American. What do you think? Regardless of your stance on Trump, like, regardless of your Trump,
It's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think someone should be allowed to just put someone's like ballots off. I think
Yeah.
that's it's a bit mad.
I did see a lot
Seems-
about
I'm
about
pretty.
that
Is
shit.
it illegal? It seems very illegal.
but they're trying to say he did an insurrection, right? And regardless of your opinion, he has not been officially convicted of doing insurrections. I can't even say that word, but you know what I'm saying, right? So
Yeah.
So he has not been charged. So a few states are trying to say, oh,
And
well,
Twin,
we can
I
take him off.
think Twin's having some audio issues. I can hear him cutting in and
Yeah.
out. It might just be me, but
I think
you
you're
may
right
wanna
too. I didn't know if that
figure
was
out
it.
if something's janky.
So,
Yeah. Jays is also saying Twin is choppy. I can hear him trying to chime in. I know he's probably got something to say about this.
so we'll continue on before Twin
but yeah,
fixes
this
that.
is
Hopefully
this
he can
decision
log off
in
and log
Maine.
by, or I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Go on.
This decision makes Maine the second state to disqualify Trump. Like Mike was saying, Colorado Supreme Court handed down its own ruling to remove him from the primary ballot earlier this month.
Yeah, which they
So this is actually the second in the line of this.
I don't understand. I don't understand why they can get away with this. Like, they're all about innocent. That's what the whole America's about: proven to innocent and guilty, right? Not like the UK and Canada where you're guilty until proven innocent. I'm sure you know what I mean by that. Our freaking crazy countries.
Sure.
But yeah, now he's
no.
guilty. He's guilty, and regardless of what people think, he has not been convicted yet. It's a thing. Yeah, Twin is still having some issues, but
Well, that's the thing. Is it bad?
oh, it's a little bit. It's a little bit rough,
better.
but it's a little bit better. Yeah.
It was perfectly clear when we were
Yeah.
talking before the banter.
Switch over here. I should be good.
Okay.
Oh, there we go.
I have two
There you go.
computers set up.
There we
so I
go.
have to
That's
back
much
and
better.
forth. Okay.
Now you're clear.
Okay.
So, well, yeah. What do you have to say about this, Twin?
I had to go back and forth here on these computers. What sucks is I can't watch the stream and be in the voice chat on a separate computer.
No. Well,
Oh, you'd have to have two different discos. Yeah, I've
Well,
tried the
can-
same thing with my phone and stuff.
Yeah, that's so. I'll pull up the stream, which I already have up.
I guess yeah. You just
Let's see.
well, we talk about it, we read. You'll be able to hear us talk. So bizarre. We're gonna have to figure that out. But yeah, as a Canadian, I'm not voting for. I can't vote. So matter. But
But it's like, what is the constitutional provision?
what's the point of having an election?
Well, it's Section 3 of the 14th Amendment, and its verbiage. We actually talked about this already. This is the only reason I know this offhand. Is it uses the verbiage engaged in an insurrection, which you could argue is not the same as being found or convicted or whatever.
So,
Sure.
Like, it doesn't say convicted of a charge at all. It says engaged in insurrection,
but
which is kind of, I guess, loose and vague enough for this Bellows lady. She's like, I'm also mindful, however, that no presidential candidate has ever before engaged in insurrection.
yeah.
But
Well,
again, like Mike says, like the general public's not going to buy it until there's a court finding, right?
and it doesn't even matter. Even like it is like a lot of people like it doesn't matter. He's gonna win. He's gonna be the next president.
By the law of the land, if you haven't been,
Oh yeah. This article actually says it here. The engage in verbiage,
quotation.
which I swear that must be what they're leaning on because they don't have a conviction.
But like his
And
defense
it's
was like,
like-
I told people to go there peacefully, and
he
all
wasn't
this, right? Like,
engaged in it. He was like somewhere completely different, and it's like the court case that they have brought against him is just, he hasn't been convicted. So.
yeah, they're going at him for quite a bit. Like they're scared. They're worried that the Democrats are worried. Very, very
But
worried.
for sure. And honestly, I think he may be tainted enough to not even be eligible at some point. They're going to figure out a way to exclude him from the election.
And
So
That'd be the
it's
worst
like, I don't
mistake
know.
ever in American history.
I feel like
they-
it would.
They think
Yeah,
January
it's like,
6th,
let him
and
loose.
this isn't anything, but they think
Or let him
January
win.
6th was bad. Do that. do that. Make sure he, like, you know what I mean? Like, that will, my opinion, I can just see that happening.
What do you mean that would be the worst?
Like,
Jays is asking.
I'm pretty sure. Oh, damn rights people would start rioting. There'd be all out riots.
We had the attack.
I'm pretty sure.
Um,
I'm pretty sure this would push the right far. You think, like I said, January 6th is bad. They take who are they gonna vote for? Chris Christie, Nikki Haley? Come on, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
So just a couple other things that I would
I
add
don't.
to
I
this.
disagree, Jace. I do. I really, really do. So
A couple things I would add to this is that this is not talking about the presidential
This is primary
ballot. This is
ballot,
not this is not whether or not you're going to see Biden versus Trump. This is whether or not you're going to see Trump versus his primary opponents. The other thing I would point to is in 2020, the primary held in Maine, the only person voted for was Trump.
yes.
Nobody wrote a single other name in. And the third thing I would add is
write-ins only.
it was literally 80 or 90% wrote Trump, and the other, however much percent was left it blank. So it was just Trumps and blanks for the primary in 2020. The third thing I would add is that Maine only adds to 22 electors, so they are a drop in the bucket as far as determining who will win the primary. So it doesn't matter what they do.
Yeah, it's just the principle of taking them off when they literally they can't. But yeah, they can just write them in.
Like this won't change anything, and it's also just guaranteed Trump anyways.
Is it Maine one of the 6 ones you can't write things in? But this is the primary, so it's a different rule.
This is the primary,
It's
and that's
completely
the other thing I
different
wanted to say. This being the primary is huge because the RNC, the Republican National Committee, and the DNC, the Democratic National Committee, make their own rules. They're not beholden to anyone. So all these things they can ignore. They get to pick the winner however they want. It's literally written. They get to pick their winner in the primary. So none of this matters. Nobody could tell the DNC and RNC what to do anywhere. Which is kind of, I guess, found to be true when we get to our next article here. Are we ready to do the second one about this?
Yeah, for sure.
I can see all that. But you're right too. It's like Maine just doesn't really.
So the Colorado one,
scheme of things, but
right.
It could set a precedence for other states to do the same thing.
And that's what they're trying to do. That's exactly what they're trying to do. You know,
right?
Trying to get the domino effect to go on. But
exactly.
Now, I forgot to say this at the beginning. We have 3 topics on Trump: some good news, some bad news, and some bizarre news.
Weird news.
No matter how you look at it, I
don't even know if I would call these good or bad.
But no, but no matter how you look at it,
they're all
it's
nothing
a true statement because whether you hate Trump or love him, one of these stories is probably going to make you happy. One of them is going to make you mad. And one of them you're going to be like,
but they make me nothing on both of them.
But
because I know that they actually mean nothing.
Your soulless stuff.
Well, no, it's just because I know how the RNC and DNC operate. They pick their winner, regardless of who's winning. They pick their winner.
Okay, take it over.
But yeah, this is what I was getting at. Like, you can't really tell them what to do. Trump back on ballot in Colorado, while state Republicans appeal ban to Supreme Court. So the Colorado one, they already took it. They put it back on it
from CBS.
They already undid it. CBS News. So yeah, they've literally already undone the first one because they can't do it. You can't tell the RNC what to do.
Right.
At all. He's back on the ballot in Colorado already.
That's the
which
thing.
Will happen in Maine.
We saw that happen.
We made the move to take him off of the
ballot. In Colorado, it was the Secretary of State Jenna Griswold, I believe.
Interesting.
I forget what state you're in, Twin. What state are you in?
Oh wait, no, this had the court. They used the court ruling. A 4-3 ruling did it. It was the Supreme Court of Colorado.
Weird. Hey, Twin, I forget what state you're from.
I am in Rhode Island.
Okay, actually, we thought that.
Another non.
You don't have enough people. Yeah.
We have nothing. Yeah.
Your votes don't matter because it's
blue
so little.
Anyway, and it just always goes to the Democrats on the state level and national level.
Which it kind of makes voting pointless at that point. Other than primaries, you should really definitely be out there.
I don't think we've ever had anyone Republican.
Right. Which means you got to be acting in the primaries to actually have change. That's where Democrats run against Democrats, and if you want the more reasonable one, you got to fight for them then and there.
Sure.
And hope that they don't, rob it from the guy you want or girl you want, because they could just steal it and put their person.
True. That's true.
Pretty sure that's happened before. But yeah,
Bernie.
I saw we saw this coming. We knew this was gonna happen, regardless, right? This is literally.
I called it. I don't know if
Yeah,
everyone
I
called
think,
it.
but
Some
we-
people were maybe
yeah.
calling for the domino effect. I called for
I
no,
still
it's not
think
gonna
it's going to be
happen.
the domino effect, but they're all going to get overturned. And they only have a few more days anyway until they have to have, depends on, but they're pretty much all similar where they have to have the nominees on the ballot by a certain time, right?
Yeah, we looked at it like
Right.
January 4th or something
Yeah.
is when they start printing the ballots.
Yeah.
That's interesting. I didn't know it was that soon.
But that's a
Yeah.
primary, right? The
It's because
primary.
they have to have the primaries finished in time
What is
for
that?
the general.
And actually, he has a court date the day before the Tuesday, I think it is, right?
I think the primaries are like March.
What do they call it? What do they call it? Something crazy. They have a date name for it.
For what?
There's a name for
remember
it.
the day-
Yes,
the
Tuesday.
Daily
Yeah.
Show called it like the election before the election or something.
That sounds
So-
right.
So funny.
Anyway, sorry,
Uh,
I'm just typing here, but yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
just a little more context on Section 3. It was added after the Civil War to prevent former Confederates from returning to government.
One more time, sorry.
Because, well, I just said that the Section 3 of the 14th Amendment was added after the Civil War to prevent the Confederates from returning to positions of government.
Yeah, we did talk about that.
The
But yeah,
Civil War to
so-
prevent former interesting.
Right, because they all did treason. They did an insurrection for real for the
That's
Civil
a
War.
sick sentence, man. Anyone who swore
Super
an
Tuesday.
oath
Thank you, Jace.
to support the
Oh.
Constitution,
The Confederates lost, though.
right?
Yeah,
it
the
says
losers don't get
anyone
government
who
positions.
swore- I mean, didn't we? I mean, we should all support the Constitution, but I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I support parts of it, but not all of it. It's
That's
not
the
a
thing,
perfect
yeah.
document.
No
And
one's
there's no
gonna
reason
agree
to
with
think
it,
it
yeah.
would be. It's not very old.
It says that anyone who swore an oath to support the Constitution, which is crazy. That part's crazy, but it's like who's to decide what was an insurrection or not? I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
yeah, and that's actually what they say in the article. It's like that's vague. It's
It
just
is
you could
very
just say
vague.
they did, or you could say they didn't.
Very vague.
Right, and so how is any court ever going to find it either?
Yeah, it's never gonna happen. They're gonna push it, and nothing's gonna happen. He's gonna get the nominee, and then they're gonna fight. Then they're gonna have to go at him for nothing else. But regardless, he's never gonna be put in prison. Everybody thinks he's gonna get put in prison, even if he is convicted, which he might be.
Does
You know,
everybody? Because everybody
I don't-
I hear doesn't think he's
Yeah,
going
not
to jail.
everybody, but a lot of people think he's actually gonna go behind in prison. He will not see a day behind bars. It's impossible.
I think most people think that, right?
Even
Oh.
if he does get convicted of something long term and it does go through, I don't think he'll ever.
What do they do? Secret Service has to be with the past presidents 24/7. They have to be with them, so they can't, and they're not gonna give up their guns. You can't bring a gun into a prison, so they'll make him do house arrest at Margaleo, or I can't say his home, but wherever he Florida
Yeah.
there, and then he can win from there. He doesn't even have to leave his house. He can sit on the computer and win from
Hey,
there.
Joe Biden won from his basement.
Exactly, right? Yeah.
Remember? He
So-
dunked all over Trump from his basement.
Yeah. So learn,
Apparently.
do some ballot, do the ballot harvesting and all that. So,
They said he was in his basement, and I saw he won by 7 million or something. So
yeah.
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 Beautiful Blue had some things in chat. I don't know if you saw those, Mike.
Yeah. You want to read them, or
I want to see you struggle.
yeah? American politics is far from democracy. People with politic power based in status quo are freaking out and trying to control the narrative. The American people will never control the government, and that's true, I guess. Right? Well,
It's always been true. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I can't think of a time we've actually had control.
and that's the thing. Like, you vote, and they're all the same, regardless of what you vote for. One's just going to be a little bit maybe better than the other, if that. You know what I mean? But
I think it's important to recognize the different levels of government and that you do have control at a local level, perhaps
I
at a state
agree.
level,
I
and agreeably, definitely we don't at a federal level. I'm with everybody on that, but at the local level, you do have some control. You can go to your school
I agree
board
with that.
meetings or your town
Sure.
hall council meetings.
you get hurt a
You know,
little
you
bit
could
more.
get your
yes.
council members. You can get them knocked off the board if they're. Are we past 5 minutes?
Yeah.
A cunt.
There you go. Whoa!
Yeah.
Like, I need to have a beep button. You know what? I'm gonna do that for next episode.
We have a UK person. That's an okay thing to say, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah, that's
yeah.
normal. That's normal.
See, I got my UK.
So, yeah, you're allowed to say it once. Yeah. I got a friend from the UK. It's okay, guys. It's
What do you
okay.
mean once? My pass says good for while we're on this call.
Oh.
Yeah, you can have it for a week. It's fine.
Yeah.
And so I'm curious, in the UK, do you guys have local council people that represent you? Like
Yes,
city level
like-
government?
Aldermen
believe
or
so, yeah.
councillors? Aldermen's
I think
councillors?
there's one in my local town. I can't say where
yeah,
because it's pretty much where I am.
yeah,
but
of course.
I believe we do. Yeah, I believe we do.
But yeah,
Yeah.
so here we have councillors, right? And the city I am has, I think, 12 or 13. Then there's a mayor. Each
And they're
councillor has a different section of the city, you know, and they will answer to the public in that area. They're always like, "Oh, we're gonna have a dinner here. Come on by and talk to us," right? Blah blah.
And
blah.
they're elected though, right?
They're
not
elected,
appointed?
yes.
Okay,
So
'cause
it's
if
like-
they're appointed, that's like
But then again, that's how it runs. Same in the UK. We don't vote for the prime minister. We will. I'll never. Not that I ever would. But Justin Trudeau's name is not on my ballot, right? Pierre's
Sure.
name is not going to be on my ballot. It's going to be
Full of
someone who lives in my area. They're MLAs. Like they're people who represent your area, right? And they represent the party. So you're still voting conservative, liberal, and then there's a few parties in between because we're more than a two-party state here. But yeah, it's very.
it's kind of nice. I've been looking at Canada politics. They've actually got like a ranked choice thing.
But it kind of
That's
messes
what
it up because sometimes it's just like two different liberal groups and then two conservative
Yeah,
groups.
and
And
they
then
have
the
the
same
issue
shit
where they can
happens and the same
conglomerate or
circle.
not
It goes
to
around
make
the same
someone lose.
circle. Because
Yeah.
between everyone, they might have a minority government because we do that. It's not majority, like it's minority or majority. Like if it's a majority, you have the say. If it's a minority, you don't always have the say. Unless the other liberal group has more seats to help your minority group vote. It's a very, very confusing.
Nobody knows what you're
Right.
saying.
Some people do, I'm sure.
No,
But-
but it's interesting. It's interesting to me, other countries' government, especially as an American.
Yeah.
I'm interested in that stuff. It's like, how do you guys do it?
Yeah, it's a little bit different.
Compared to how we do it.
Like
'cause
I
the way
personally
we
don't
do
like
it
that
is-
because I'm on the western part of the country. So if I go to vote, my voting's to 9 p.m. They already started counting votes on the east side of the country. I'm in line to vote. I'm on phone. I'm on my Twitter X account. But like the next prime minister is, before I even vote, they're telling us who the prime minister is, which is pretty messed up, Like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, right?
And that's why I'm like, we have
Yeah.
no at the national level. Our control is so fucking gone. It's not even funny.
Sure.
Like, and that sounds crazy, but that they could call it while you haven't even voted yet.
That is wild, yeah.
Meanwhile, down here, people are freaking out that we didn't call it because hey, you can't count. You can't keep counting. You gotta call it now. You gotta call it right now.
You Sid, you do have a request to read
I'm
one
like,
of my
finish counting,
comments.
please.
The English guy.
I want the English guy to read this one.
But yeah,
I am severely dyslexic. I have no idea about anything about politics. I'm gonna butcher this.
so no,
Alright, the
then
issue.
Go on.
No, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Dustin can
Well,
do it.
I guess it's less on like a
No, they want the
political
accent.
level, but
You want the accent, right?
Um,
Yeah.
okay, we need the accent.
The issue with political positions is that blah, 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 blah,
I'll be
blah,
right
blah,
back.
is is that if you go into it with altruism,
My English isn't great either. Okay.
that's a word from another planet. I've never seen that word before.
True,
Altruism.
Realize
with,
the systems,
like I don't think
like,
anybody knows that word, but
rise towards the status quo and actually change. And bro, what is going on?
oh yeah, it's all good. It's all good.
Uh,
I get it, man. I understand.
So you go one or two ways. You get bitter and jaded, or you become a politician. I have no idea what that means. I'm gonna keep it.
You
gonna keep
either
it
become a
simple.
politician or you become a worker. Maybe I'm thinking is what she's trying to say.
So altruism is the opposite of selfishness. That to make that simple, it's the opposite of selfishness. So
Okay.
altruism is like selflessness. Like you want to help others. So you go into politics wanting to help others, and then you realize it's a place you can't
Oh,
actually do that. And so you either become jaded or just fall in line with the rest of the politicians, it sounds like,
I
which
guess
I agree with.
yeah, I think a lot of people
Because
do
even
go
when you're
in,
inside, you can't necessarily get the change you want.
and I think a lot of
Sure.
people do go in thinking they wanna help and change things, right? But then they get in
Yeah.
there and they realize they can't do shit, but they can make themselves.
They can make themselves and
Yeah.
their family good. And
And-
who's not trying to make their family
And
good?
exactly,
I'm
and
not faulting them for that.
you can't
Yeah.
say what you do until you're in that situation, and that's like I was like, when it like it's pretty
Yeah,
hard.
I can
it's-
judge them though, because
Yeah,
I'm not them
for
or
sure.
their family. So
But
I'm
like
gonna
someone
judge them.
dangles $500,000 in front of you to sign a piece of paper, you'd be like,
do it in a heartbeat.
yeah, exactly. There you go.
And I'm gonna be
Yeah.
like, what'd that paper say? Did that
Yeah.
paper say a bunch of people die? Oh,
Yeah.
That's bad. That's
Yeah.
bad, you know?
Obama's
You
like,
shouldn't
I don't
sign that
care.
paper.
I don't care.
And then
Let's
somebody
do
hands
it.
me a paper and I'm like, oh, same deal? I'm signing this shit. Yeah.
Okay, I think we do
That's
have
only bad when you do.
one more about Trump, actually.
We do, and
This
it's
is a
not
weird
anything
one.
about the
Oh.
ballots
Yeah.
Okay.
from BBC this time.
He even got it from
Trump-
the BBC. Yeah.
No.
Yes, Trump denies bullying his way into Home Alone 2. He says, nuh-uh,
So yeah.
got
Um,
my credentials or
So
something. I don't know.
apparently they don't have anything else to grab him.
What a
What must have been a slow day.
What
Must have been a
happened?
very, very, very slow day for the news because a movie that was made 32 years ago or so, he apparently was a bully. which-
Full disclosure, I watched Home Alone and Home Alone 2 on Christmas this year.
Yeah. And did you watch
Oh,
it?
shit,
Was
that-
Trump in it, or was he edited it out?
New ones. They made
Oh,
new ones.
We
Don't
watched
look at them.
the Disney
Don't watch
version,
The new ones.
I
Oh no.
the Disney Plus
Oh,
version,
God
so
forbid you. God
know,
forbid that.
it's totally different.
Sacrilege. Oh, it's so
Everything,
bad.
they changed everything.
Oh, wait,
We don't
oh,
have a
I'm talking about
VHS.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant the new one. Dude, they like made new ones, like
No.
sequels.
They're
Well,
not
there
very
is a
good,
Home
yeah.
Alone 3, 4, 5, and I believe we found a 6.
Really 6.
Isn't that one in the UK
Yes.
that's really bad?
Yeah.
It's like rated the worst one.
We tried watching the third one where they got rid of Macaulay Culkin, and there's just terrible. After he's not there,
Yeah.
it's not good anymore.
Yeah. So what's this? What did he do? Why was Trump a bully?
Well, that's a good question. I didn't read this one. I have no idea. But Trump angrily denied claims by the director of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, that he bullied his way into the now famous Cameo.
Yeah.
Oh, so the director is saying he bullied his way in?
Okay.
Chris
So,
Columbus?
Chris
We all know Chris
Columbus,
Columbus,
yeah.
right? He's discovered America.
Christopher Columbus. Yeah. I didn't know that. Jeez. Former
And then
president.
started making movies.
Former president made a brief appearance in the 1992 film, the scene filmed at the Plaza Hotel, which he owned at the time. Director Chris Columbus said Mr. Trump insisted on appearing in the film if they used the hotel as a location. So, okay, so is that bullying?
And then Trump said the filmmakers were begging him to. And he's like, no. They were begging me, and they're like, no, you were begging us.
Okay.
Look, I mean, really, like
Okay.
it's one hand washing the other. Like I'm giving you a location of film.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gave him free location,
uh,
and he gets free advertisement, right?
Right. Yeah.
They
It's
made a
like-
deal.
Yeah.
Right. It's
So-
a business deal.
I mean, that's the
here's
thing,
Trump.
though. I just say, go on.
And
If
they're
they
just
felt
trying to
bullied or didn't want me,
capitalize
why
on
did they
that.
put me in? And keep me in.
For
over 30 years. Because I was and still
You're-
am. Great for the movie. That's why. This is a great Trump
I
line, I'm not
love
gonna lie.
Trump, you know, like,
Like,
I
this
just
is
love his,
Trumpism.
I love his wittiness comebacks.
Come
Like, that's the
out
thing
of
I
it
like
if you
about
don't
him.
Like me.
And like a lot of people
Yeah.
ask me why I like him. That's why, just because he's such a, he's pretty funny. Like, even if you hate him, he is a pretty funny fella. Like he says it how it is. But yeah, that's
So apparently these comments were from 2020. I guess we're just talking about it late. Or the BBC just now got that.
I wouldn't be surprised. We're
It's-
pretty behind on news.
yeah, I was gonna say, come on, it takes a while to go across the ocean.
We paid the fee, but he also
Yeah.
said the only way you can use the plaza is if I'm in the movie.
It
So we
wasn't
agreed to put him
free,
in the
but
movie. Whoa,
yeah.
okay, they made him pay for
but
filming.
still, if that was part of the agreement, it was part of the agreement. So you agreed, so we agreed. How's that bullying news? Like, hey,
Yeah, I would
like,
say, like, regardless of who that was, whether
Yeah.
it was like Trump or not, if it was me or you.
yeah, it's
Like, can we use your backyard for this movie? Yeah, sure. You know.
but
and
yeah,
then they're like,
I want to walk by. I want a second of camera time. So
Yeah,
Sure.
Good,
He had
good
3
And you're
words,
like,
right?
Oh, yeah, let me make sure my landscaping company truck is in the front yard while you drive by or something.
Exactly,
It's
right?
like this, it's
I mean,
like this huge
they
thing.
could have filmed somewhere else.
Yeah.
So I mean, it does sound like they
Yeah.
said, "Hey, we want to film here. What do you want to charge for it?" And he's like, "This amount of money, but also I have to be in your
And
movie."
regardless, if you pay that much
They could have
money,
said, "Oh, okay, well, we'll film somewhere else.
I'm
Thank you."
sure that took up a lot of time filming
Right.
because they did a lot of scenes there.
That's what I mean. And like,
Also,
and it
yeah, I
was a
assume they
nice
use it, but-
set for them. Like it wasn't like it was a nice set. You couldn't have built that. I don't know.
They had a choice, so it's hard to call it bullying.
It's just
Yeah.
just another thing
he
to
just
go at Trump
leveraged
with.
what he owned.
It's
He
literally
owned something and he leveraged it.
it's
He's like, "I got
literally
this."
just
Put me in your
another
movie.
way to attack Trump. So that's all it
Yeah,
is.
it's
So
making a problem out of something that's not there.
Really?
Blue says bullying is using your power to degrade or humiliate another person. How is this bullying? That's kind of what I'm saying.
it's
Like,
just Donald
it is
Trump.
using his power, but there's no degrading or humiliating, really.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
did call Rosie O'Donnell.
They weren't left
He
with no
did-
choice.
He did
like,
call
they
a few
could've-
names, but like
Wait,
that's
what?
bullying. But
Oh,
yeah,
that's a different
Yeah.
topic. He could be considered a bully for other things.
yes,
he's
but
done.
not this. Yeah. And
For
it's
bullying
that-
his way into Home Alone 2.
Somebody's trying to
Innocent.
capitalize on the hate.
That's
Well,
exactly
also a lot of people are
100%.
talking about Home Alone because did you guys see that thing where they did the math on how much the groceries
Oh
cost?
yeah, we talked about it actually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Anyway,
guess first of all, have you Sid? Have you actually seen Home Alone? I'm assuming.
The first one,
Americans have
I
seen
used to
it.
watch it all the time,
Yeah.
like all
Okay.
the time. The
Hell
second
yeah.
one, not as much,
So,
and then the other ones now.
you know the grocery
Also,
scene.
Twin Mike and I are all old enough that I'm sure we saw it just because of our age.
But you know the grocery
Oh,
scene.
God.
Anyway, he's in the groceries. He's walking away with the groceries, and he bought the groceries from the store. It came up to
It came out to
just
1984.
just shy of $20. 2 years ago,
Oh,
it was
wow.
about $47. So in 27 years, it went up doubled. Now,
Well, no, they did. I saw a later one where they showed the
yeah, no, listen,
2023.
I'm getting there. Let me get there. Come on. Anyway, in 2023, the exact same groceries cost like $73. So it almost doubled in 2 years. So
Nah, that's mental.
yeah.
That's
So,
mental.
and that's it. Inflation's bad. And
It is crazy.
I don't know how bad it is in the UK, but
It's pretty bad. It's see, I don't really buy like groceries and stuff like that. It's
it's
mainly like if I am to buy something, things have gone up in price quite a bit
Yeah.
from like when I was
Like
younger
Slim
to now.
Jims.
like a jug of milk, like a gallon of milk here costs sometimes up to $7 to $8.
Yeah,
Like it's-
it was when I was younger. It was like
Yeah, and I don't
I
drink
think.
milk. I'm just using that as an
It's like-
example.
Yeah, but now it's like 3 to 4.
Yeah.
It's
How much
crazy.
do you pay for a liter per gas there?
I don't drive, so I could not answer that.
Or petrol?
unfortunately.
Petrol, you know? You don't look at the signs?
I don't go out.
Oh. Okay, good answer. Good answer.
Ours is like $2.70 right now.
A
It's actually
gallon,
really good right now.
That's a
Yeah,
gallon, right?
I don't know what the fuck
Yeah.
a liter is.
Yeah, exactly.
403. How many
3.8,
liters in a
3.8,
gallon? 3, right?
3.9. So we say 4 usually, pretty much. So,
Let me check.
but yeah, right now, average is like $1.60 to $1.70 per liter here, which would be like $7, maybe. I could be
$7 a
wrong.
gallon.
Yeah.
something like that. That'd be pretty freaking
7 a
high.
gallon?
Yeah, maybe a little lower, maybe $6. Right?
Yeah, but
So-
like-
Still, I'm paying
and it's gonna go up on
303.
January 1st because they are raising the carbon tax because charging us more money to heat our homes is gonna stop the ice caps melt.
About
Sure.
£5.50 in GBP
Yeah.
per liter.
Okay. Well, do you guys have anything else on this silly story about Trump or?
No.
No. Well, hey, this may have been a movie, but Home Alones can really happen. You guys know that, right? From NBC News, Spirit agent who put unaccompanied minor on the wrong flight is no longer working for the airline. A 6-year-old flying from Philadelphia to Fort Myers, Florida, on December 21st, was incorrectly put on a plane headed to Orlando. There you go. Real life Kevin McAllister.
Yeah, that's unaccompanied minors. There's a movie about that too. Have you guys ever seen that? No.
No.
The
I
crickets?
wonder though if this 6-year-old had like that, the story we did a couple days ago about the 31-year-old credentials to work. I wonder if the 6-year-old just had like credentials and they were like, it's fine.
Yeah. No. So exactly what they do. A lot of airlines do unaccompanied minors, where they actually have someone fly with the child to the destination. Like they're a kid's going to their mom's across the country or whatever, or back and forth, right? So they have someone actually fly with them, and they pay extra for this. I guess they sent the kid the wrong way. What would you do? They're like, I guess you don't have kids, but what would you do?
As a parent,
I would get a polka band to drive me in a vehicle across the country to get home or something.
Yeah, that'd be pretty freaky though. Imagine like you're at the airport, your kid's like, "Oh, sorry, you went on the wrong airplane." Somewhere in America.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. But yeah, was this.
I mean, I guess it. I mean, depends how many kids they deal with. I guess. Like,
So, but how do
if
you
they're
like?
they're like glorified babysitters for the airlines.
Yeah, but if that's your job, you get paid for it, right? So like,
That's true.
they pay for it. And now
Has it
I
never
was.
happened before. Nobody's ever put a kid on the.
Oh, they
on a
have
long
because
plane.
now I'm trying to think of when this was. How old was it? I think this was
Like, fuck off, kid. I don't know.
this was pre. I'm pretty sure it was 2000, maybe 1999 or 2000. But I took a flight and I was by myself, and they brought me to the plane. They got me on the plane. I sat there alone, and then when I got off the airplane, they walked me to the gate.
Sure.
So you
yeah,
you've done this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and that was 20
I
some
think
odd.
I
That
did
was
it
that was
once
25.
when I
That was over
a kid.
25 years ago. 23 years ago.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also, like, who are they hiring now?
Yeah, exactly. So people who are like, they're like, "Oh, can you say hi, welcome to Airlines?" They're like, "Yep, you're hired."
Yeah.
Evolution in chat says R.I.P. John Candy. Agree.
Uh,
He was a great
Boo.
actor. Great actor.
I don't know who John
Yeah.
Candy is.
Underutilized, I would say.
Underrated.
John Candy was the polka king in Home Alone.
him.
Oh, okay,
He's
yeah.
so good.
Oh no. R.I.P.
The guy who helps Karen. Her name should have been
Him
Yeah.
and
Karen.
Chris Farley.
Kate
man.
get home. Her name was
Oh,
Kate, but
like
it should have
it.
been Karen.
That's unfortunate. But yeah, I don't. What else do you have? Let's go on here.
Oh no, I mean that's about it. The gate agent put a 6-year-old on the wrong flight. That's it. They just did a Home
And
Alone.
who is this?
That's all.
We've talked a lot about airlines. So Spirit Airlines, do
Yeah, this
not
is Spirit Airlines.
do not let your kid ride Spirit Airlines.
Yeah, I
alone.
swear this is not the
You know
first one
what's
about
funny
them.
is, Spirit is the worst.
Yeah.
You know, like they're actually the worst. So it's like, what do you get? What you pay for?
Yeah, like
Yeah.
we have something called Air Canada here. I
It's
don't.
$100 ticket we're talking about.
They lose your exactly, yeah. But they can't even take your luggage one place to the other. Like I'm not gonna trust them.
Yeah. If it was my kid, I'm like, yeah, I gotta spend at least 200 on this.
Yeah.
Not $70.
Yeah, I'm just saying if you're gonna send your 6-year-old on a flight alone, maybe buy the better one.
Like I know I was
American
older.
Airlines or something?
I was 10
I
or
don't know.
11 when I did it, so that was old. Maybe even I was 12. So I was older.
Spirit
Not
didn't even exist. They're like the discount airline. So it's like they're new. It's like they're new to this.
oh, they use a discount one like Frank. You can't even bring
yeah,
luggage
Spirit
on
Airlines
those.
is the cheap one. This is like cheaper
Yeah.
than Southwest,
Yeah.
which is what my corporate one uses. Like that's as cheap as corporate will go is Southwest. We won't
God,
use Spirit.
What is the cheapest one? Oh my god. They destroyed my luggage, whatever it was, because I tried it. Frontier Airlines. I took it to Florida on vacation last year. Dude, my I'll say I have pictures of it. My luggage went on the plane with 4 wheels, and it came off of the plane with none of my wheels attached.
Somebody, they probably saw. I was like,
No.
I need wheels in my suitcase. Pop them off or something.
Dude, it was bad.
Yeah.
It was brand new luggage, and it was like they ran it over with a truck.
They don't care. Like some of them do.
I
You can't say all of them.
I
Do. Some of them, most of them
could
don't
not
care.
believe, dude. It's like, what? I was like, I've been on this plane for 4 hours.
Yeah.
They destroyed it, and had to replace it. But yeah,
Blue says definitely use Spirit because the worst has already happened. It's unlikely to happen again.
We have done a lot of weird stories about airplanes. So I don't know.
What is it? What do they say? Previous odds don't affect future probability. Like that's a gambling thing you're doing there, Blue.
Yeah.
Like gambling
Uh,
fallacy.
Like
Just because it hit black 3 times doesn't mean
Yeah.
it's gonna hit red.
Justin Trudeau did say he only wore blackface once, but
Hey, I wasn't even
Yeah.
talking about blackface.
I'm just saying. But he did it more than one. Like, I always have to throw that out there because
well known.
he does. He
Look,
did it
don't
3
let him
times.
forget.
He did it 3 times. So
He didn't pay any other repercussion
Yeah.
other than us bringing it up. So we.
But he said he
I
only
wouldn't
did it
miss-
once, but that was a lie. So, but yeah,
Why lie?
yeah,
I mean,
because
we
he
got the photos
yeah.
of 2 of them, right? Maybe all 3.
I mean, yeah, caught in 4K, man. Caught
Yeah,
in 4K.
yeah.
He was caught.
Well, it might have been
for sure.
720p.
But yeah, I think that's all I have.
Yeah, let's see what we got next. Let's switch to the other side of the
Yeah.
aisle, I guess. You know, to be
Last
fair.
last politic one,
Oh,
I
yeah.
believe.
Let's talk about Biden.
And sorry,
Oh boy.
but yeah. So from Fox News, Democrats in Biden's home state switched to GOP. I didn't vote for Bernie Sanders light.
What?
Yeah. That's
So
yeah.
more than 35,000 Democrats
Bernie
re-registered
Sanders
as
light.
Republicans.
It-
So there's
yeah, wow.
re-registered as
Yeah.
I mean that's kind of crazy.
Now,
Is that real?
I have a theory on that before we get into it. It happened here when the conservatives were having a vote and the membership spiked. A whole bunch of liberals bought memberships so they can control the vote, you know. So they really donated money so they can vote to control the vote, which is very bizarre, but that's what they did.
Sure.
But that could be it. You think? Do you think they registered? Because you don't have to pay to register, do you?
I don't know. It depends if the DNC and the RNC want to make you pay. I think they can if they want.
They also ask you at the DMV when you register for your license.
That's really
Vote.
like.
Yep.
That's what the fuck.
You have the choice. But it
You can
comes
register
together.
as neither also.
Yeah, independent, but that's a bizarre question. Like you go to test drive, like a drive, like for your driver's test. You're Republican. Yep. Fail. know, like,
Why do you need
yeah,
to know this?
yeah.
You know.
You have the option to not answer, but I know here, as soon as you either get a new license or renew your license, they ask you every time.
That's so weird.
On
Right.
the actual DMV paperwork that and it's required. So that could go, 35,000 people get their license every day.
But they say they switched, so right?
Sure.
Maybe
They
they're
could
like,
switch to the DMV, which
Yeah.
is weird.
yeah,
Right. I mean,
Uh,
there's no measure of were these
which is-
voters. Did they ever vote? It just because you register doesn't mean you vote.
Right.
But again, that
Especially if you have to get through a DMV situation, you might just check the first box and then like, oh, now I actually do want to vote.
I don't think
Well-
a lot of Democrats would be like, oh, I'm gonna check the Republican box. I cannot actually see that happening unless they're trying to control the vote. That's my own.
But also, just for the record, this registration only matters for if you want to participate in the
primary,
primaries.
exactly. But that's still a waste. So Pennsylvania can't kick him off the ballot. So let's vote for Nikki Haley. Get all these people in there. That's 35,000 votes. They're gonna vote Nikki Haley, who is a Democrat.
Mm-hmm.
Is she really?
But she's not. But she is.
Oh, I was
No.
gonna say, I was like, really?
So yeah, I'm Canadian. I only see it from my point of view, but she's
Yeah, sure.
not very. I'm not a big fan of her. I would be very
No,
for her.
she's very,
Yeah.
very wishy-washy.
Again, sorry, Sid, you don't know who that is. It's just some crazy lady who's running for president.
Yeah, I'm gonna be it's all going over my head. I heard something though. It was about needing to you can get charged. In the UK, you get letters where you have to vote to register, otherwise you get charged £50.
It
Don't know
is
if
so.
that's
They do that there now because I know they do that in
local or-
Australia, but they're gonna.
And I've
Go on.
no, go ahead.
Oh.
Okay. I've never voted in my life. I don't want to. I don't understand it enough to like help determine the outcome of
Sure.
an election. I don't want that responsibility. I'm not. As I
Yeah,
say,
that makes sense.
educated enough
You
on
need to
it.
be
But-
informed.
but
to
you
want to
should-
participate.
Yeah,
That's fair. That
And-
sounds good.
Exactly.
And honestly, you don't have to, but you should kind of take attention because you're at that. You're younger than everyone here, I believe. Regardless of not being that, that's your future. And like you might not have
Yeah,
much.
I agree. Yeah.
But you gotta, and whatever. I'm don't just say what I'm just saying what I'm saying. But yeah, you gotta look into it. But like, how many elections have there been? Maybe one, because you're 20. So that means like there's only maybe been one election or two, right? Like, because
there's been like 4 people that have been the what's it called here? Is it government? Prime Minister.
Prime
That's
Minister, yeah. So,
yeah. There's been three. I believe in the since 2020.
yes, I remember that because a lot of shit was
Because
going down.
some-
Right, Boris was gone,
Yeah.
and yeah,
And then some woman stepped in and she got outlived by a cabbage or something else.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was a cabbage lady. I forget. It
Yeah.
was like somebody kept stepping down and they kept putting a new one up, and it's like
Yeah, it was a
nobody
whole
wanted
mess.
the job.
Yeah, and I think there's been two that I can remember.
but yeah, it's always good. I'm into politics, but we talked about it earlier. You said it can be pretty bad for people because people get too involved, and there's a difference.
Yeah.
You can get involved. It's always going to be good to get involved, but you're right. Too many people go too far, and I've been like there.
Yeah.
But now I'm a little crazy with politics, but I'm not that bad. I don't think, and if I am, oh well.
But no, I agree. Like, I don't know. It is our future.
Yeah,
You know, it's like the direction that your particular country is gonna go.
exactly. Yeah, and I don't want to mess that up. Contribute to messing it up, so I don't.
Sure.
And I don't mark my words on this, but I think that Gen Z or Z, whatever you want to say, is gonna be a bigger voting base than any other generation so far. So
Oh, really?
I could be wrong about that, but yeah. So you guys can control the vote, which is very scary if you guys aren't informed. Right?
Yeah.
But,
Yeah. I bet you it's scarier for the politicians.
oh yeah, but that's the thing though. Like,
we have to get control now.
yeah, that's
or
what they're
we'll
gonna
never
go.
have
Let's get on TikTok. Let's make some
control.
TikToks of us dancing and doing some
I'm
weird
too
thing.
old for TikTok, so I don't know what y'all are doing on there.
But you're not you. Okay, I'm just talking about for the kids though. There'll be some old
The young
politician
kids.
like doing some weird TikTok dance that all the kids do. They'll be like,
Yeah.
"Vote for me," and they'll think they're
That's
getting.
all it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it takes.
And
For a
why
lot of
vote for
people.
me? Oh, because what's the latest
Well,
trend?
we do have age requirements, so
Yeah.
you know.
What's the latest trend? And a lot of people are trying to lower it to 16, but then these kids grow up like that and think it. A lot of politicians are.
No, I'm at age requirements for holding elected
Oh
office.
yeah. Okay. Now,
If you're 21, you're not holding some offices.
no,
Period.
but you're 20 in some cities. I think you can be mayor or 25. I'm
Yeah,
not
that's
100%.
why I made sure I worded that right. Some offices are absolutely off limits based on age. Some are not, though. Also, there's appointed positions that there's no requirements. You could just be appointed to.
It's
You
really
want a cabinet
ridiculous how,
position?
and I can see why they're doing that because like they don't want to vote for Biden. A lot of people are mad Biden gets to run unopposed, right, in the Democrat Party.
Sure.
Like a lot of people are pissed off about
There's
that.
an interesting local story. Is the youngest politician that we've ever voted in to run the cities was a guy named Jazeel Correa. And he now has a documentary about him, and he helped run the city that I lived in. And he was the youngest ever to ever hold office, and I think he was in his 20s. And you want to know why they voted him in is because we have to pay for our trash bags. And he somehow managed to get the city council to reverse that. So we're talking about a city of 1 million people that now no longer have to pay $10 a month to throw their trash out.
And
that
I've
is
ha-
how he
yeah.
won the fucking election.
Well, it probably
Oh,
came
so
out-
he made an actual change. He did
He
material
made a change, but then he got into office
and then
and
did nothing else.
all kinds of horrible things. No,
But
But that happens
horrible
all the
things.
time.
Went the other way with it.
Uh,
Leaned
He
into
went the other way with it. And he
Oh.
was so young. He was the most corrupt politician in Massachusetts.
Yeah, because it
Has
goes to your brain.
ever-
Yeah, the
Yes.
power is the biggest addiction, right? Nobody thinks that everything they
Sure.
can handle it, but the second you get it, you want more, and it's like I never had power, but from what I've seen, it's like an adrenaline rush for them.
Oh
Yeah.
man, I swear to God, he was like 22 and he ran a city of 1 million people.
Oh, that's
And so it was like, yeah, he just took total advantage of it. To the point where like, all the weed dispensaries that are open right now, they attained their license by meeting him in the back of a limousine and giving him $100,000 cash.
Ah,
Oh,
He kept the money, bought a restaurant. His girlfriend bought a pink BMW to see her driving through the city. We'd be like, "Oh, there's the mayor's wife," in a bright pink BMW that was bought with our money.
you're welcome.
Right, and so,
Awesome.
but the bizarre thing is, like, all of these licenses were attained in these backroom deals.
Oh yeah, picking winners.
And on top of that, there were still, after he was voted out, and he's in federal prison right now, and the FBI put him there. But on top of that, these places were allowed to stay open, and anybody that tries to open a dispensary in this area the legitimate way gets denied. And so we have 8 to 9 dispensaries that were all opened under fraudulent terms that were allowed to keep their licenses, but were originally obtained by handing this guy $100K in a suitcase.
Yeah, pretty fucked up.
and he- and
I've
he
heard this kind of
laundered
thing in every
money.
legalizing state, like, dealing with this,
Dude,
trying to keep it in the
Hey-
hands of who
hey-
should be getting that
hey,
profit.
Sid.
It's so impossible.
Is
there's
weed
a
legalized in the
documentary
UK?
about it.
no, I don't think it is. No.
Oh, okay.
No.
But yeah, it is
think-
in all Canada, and some states are, but not every state.
I think you can grow it up to, I think, kind of like 2 plants, but I could be wrong about that.
Can is Rhode Island legal?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Colorado is too. Just want to make
I'm
sure.
talking
we're-
about Massachusetts, though. When I lived there,
Right,
I just
right.
moved. I just moved like a year ago. Yeah, this was all in the city that I lived in, and that's what your tax money was being spent on.
Yeah.
And opening dispensaries, and then buying this one guy.
Well, yeah, I mean,
multiple,
grease in one guy's pockets.
mansions. Yeah, it was like a restaurant. Dude, he to this day owns a strip of restaurants in the city, and it's like 5 in a row, and they're the most expensive restaurants in the city.
Making
and
bank in
he
prison.
i- And he is in federal jail
Um,
for a long
yeah,
time.
well, he's probably they're probably still making. He's making money. The city's still making money. Come on.
It's bizarre. But to me, that was very eye-opening for local politics.
Yeah.
It was like, holy shit.
Power is like
Yeah,
crack.
it's- It's hard to find a good one,
Um,
person that won't do those sorts of things since they're getting
Sure.
handed a little bit of power. I'm a little confused though on this article. They quote this guy who said he switched parties or whatever. He says this wasn't the Joe Biden that I voted for in 2020. This Joe Biden is now Bernie Sanders light. What? In what way is Joe Biden like Bernie Sanders?
because he's giving money to
Nothing like
Ukraine
him.
like crazy.
Is that just one quote from one guy?
Yeah, but like maybe because he's giving all the money to Ukraine. Maybe I don't know. Because I'm sure Bernie would have done that too.
Yeah.
What?
of course.
So would Trump. Like what? I mean,
I don't think Trump
foreign,
would know.
forein
Trump,
aid is not an indicator of
Trump
being
wouldn't
like
be saying that, but
Sanders.
Trump would make sure that wouldn't go happen. So.
I don't think
Yeah.
comparing foreign aid really is where Bernie Sanders stands out.
That's my
So what do you
that's
mean, like,
I don't know.
every
I-
Democratic president.
I
is
see the
believes in
same
foreign
quote you
aid.
see, Dustin. But yes,
Like, I just don't see how they could try to equate him. And of course,
Look
this
at
is
that
coming from
guy, come
Fox,
on.
so they have no idea.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people that legitimately think that Biden is like Bernie, and I just don't get it. I don't see it because I look at his
I don't see it
legislation.
either.
He hasn't done anything that Bernie would have done.
No.
He tried to do something that Bernie might have tried to do with the college tuition thing, which he was only able to really do federal loans. That's about it. That's the only one I got, and I think we all, at least me, I think I was good.
My federal
Well-
loan, I still had to pay it.
Yeah, a lot of places
I had
fought
to
so that
pay
you
it,
do.
and
Yeah,
it was a very small balance. It was like $700.
yeah. Like that's the
Uh, so
closest I could put Biden to doing anything Bernie-like. Is that one thing?
Excuse me,
Otherwise,
sorry.
he actually is actually very Trump-like. He wants to finish the wall,
Yeah, he wants to finish the wall now.
and he's sending tons of weapons to Israel and also Ukraine. Like
Yeah.
Conservatives love sending money to military
nah,
causes.
I don't think Ukraine. I don't know, but
What do you mean?
I've seen a lot of people.
I think if we had a conservative party in office in our country right now, I think we'd be sending all our money to Israel. But we're already doing that.
We're sending them so much already. Like,
Of
it could
course.
only just be more, right?
Well, I think Ukraine just got another 250 million
like,
today.
Sure.
But the American people, I think, would prefer like keeping that money here. We haven't fixed our problems.
Exactly. Fix it. Like, I agree. Like, I know
Like,
that's a
yeah, we
touchy
know
subject for some.
Ukraine and we know Israel has problems, but
I just
they're
actually
not
was
our
reading the
problem.
UK sent a whole bunch of missiles to
Right.
Ukraine today. Like, you're sending your own weapons and
Really?
power. Yeah.
Why
yeah,
do we have to be
Canada's
like,
sending
oh,
too.
Yeah, exactly.
Canada's well, it's not
So,
just us. Canada's doing it
Everyone
too,
is,
right,
yeah,
Mike?
So, yeah.
Hey,
Where's all
Sid,
this money
is
going?
UK,
Like, come
is
on.
UK sending money?
Yeah,
I think they are too,
guarantee
right?
it. 100%
Yeah,
they
but,
are.
yeah, I think I saw some on it. Yeah.
But they've
Yeah.
been sending
Like,
missiles
everybody's
too.
doing it.
Yeah, so.
anything we do, they do. Anything they do, we do.
We set the bar, and everyone
We're
meets us
very
because they
mirrored
have to.
countries.
And
You
we
know,
set
the
the bar
UK
in
and the
stupid
United
ways.
States. Yeah.
All right.
For sure.
Aren't the US sending something like $1 billion? Or did those numbers fudge the ones that I read?
Well, he was talking
So
about a
they
billion,
sent
100
like
billion at
billions.
one point.
Yeah, it was something ridiculous like that.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
That could have been used to
$1 billion.
schools, or I mean, $1 million. I mean, it could have been used on
Oh.
a million different things.
Oh, hey,
Flint's-
they've got a number here for
Flint's-
switching the
yeah,
other direction
Flint doesn't
too.
have- yeah.
They say 15,000 switch the other
No,
direction.
it's 20,000.
So 20,000 net difference, but like that's interesting that there's like 50,000 people switched in total. Whatever this
Right.
switching even means, it's probably not necessarily indicative of anything. Pennsylvania, I think, is still going to be a blue state. Pretty sure.
Yeah, probably. Maybe not. Maybe they're all
I feel
pissed
like-
off at Fetterman and all that stuff too, right? So
What? Fetterman's
Yeah.
exactly like Biden wants him to be.
yeah,
Right, he's as Democrat as Democrat.
that's the
comes
thing.
now.
That's why I'm thinking maybe a lot of Democrats are more mad now. Okay, they're mad at Biden.
No, the progressives are mad at Fetterman. The rest of the Liberal Party loves him because he
Oh.
fell in line with liberals.
Thank you for the follow there, Monkey.
He did.
He broke
does-
lines with the
He
progressives.
feels like a paid actor to me.
He
just
definitely is. He took APAC
yeah.
money.
Thank you
Period.
very
He
much.
took APAC money.
They
Yep.
follow back here.
It sucks because I was a fan of him, and I was with him even through his stroke issue, and people trying to say that made him more unable to do the job. I'm like, fuck you. Now I say he's unable to do the job because he's a fucking liberal shill who's just there taking APAC money.
Sure.
Okay. Well, what else?
Which
did
is
you know?
foreign,
Yeah.
which is foreign lobbying money. Just so you know, when I say APAC, that's a foreign lobby.
Mm-hmm.
What
So,
else?
I don't know what your guys' take on foreign money affecting our elections is. Probably not positive though.
Worse than the Russian collusions and all the thing. It's like that's actual.
This is actual like money, and it's paperwork
Right.
for this money. It's not guesswork like the Russia shit was. Like this is PAC money,
It's
so
real money. Yeah.
and you can
somebody
see exactly who
got
all it goes to. It's crazy. It's people on both sides too. Conservatives, liberals, they both get paid by APAC to
It's
have the
both
exact
sides.
same take.
It's
And
definitely
that
both
take, do you
sides.
guys know what the take is that APAC
War.
wants? Send money to Israel, please.
War.
That's what APAC does. It's Israel's foreign aid PAC, political actionable campaign, or whatever the hell PAC means.
Oh yeah.
Crazy. They could just pump money in. All right, we got to get off politics though, guys.
Yeah, we're
Let's
done.
talk about
It's
cops
fun,
or
though.
something.
Yeah. Hey, look, difficult topics, man. That's what.
It is.
That's what we do. Here on the
Position here, the
banter.
Canada, UK, and America all kind of
Yeah.
have some similar shit going on.
And yeah, anybody watching in chat and everyone's chat, we do like to have people come on the show with different opinions. So if you're interested, shoot me a message at Borderline Banter. And yeah, if you haven't already, please give Twingatz a follow and give oh my gosh,
SMCM.
Sid. Well, it took me a second, my bad.
Yeah,
I just like
SMCM.
send a
okay.
message as well, so I'll put their messages in there. But yeah, let's take the next article here.
Oh, hey, Jermaine, I see you in chat. I'm
Oh.
watching you.
Rain, how's it going?
I don't
my
know if
friend?
we have My Man's is Innocent story tonight, but you should look a couple episodes ago. We had the longest ever My Man's is Innocent. 48 years the dude was in. Was that this week or last
I think
week?
that was 2 weeks ago.
crazy.
But yeah, do you want to take this one away? Well, I submit the. Actually, there they are. There, you can see them both. So from the WDRB, which I don't know who they are. I'm pretty sure it's probably a local place somewhere. I did see this other places, but it was just a video on CNN. So I wanted to find some writing. But yeah, how about a drink? Video shows Louisville cop tossing drinks at random people on the street. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, this is
WDRB
a-
is Louisville, Kentucky
Yeah.
local.
The
I have
police,
not seen this yet.
the police,
What are you doing?
the police finally released video of dozens of Slushygate pranks from 2018 to 2019.
Slushy Gate?
So this was from 5 years ago. Wow.
Did you hit play on this? Can
I
hit play
did.
on
Yeah,
this?
let's see it. We can.
It's a COS?
Video shows Louisville
Oh,
officers
that's
tossing
loud.
drinks out of their cars at random people on the street.
WDRB's Molly Judd explains why this has been a long time coming. Molly.
I don't want an explanation. I want to see it.
I don't.
Oh, here.
Yeah, I don't hear
This
it.
it?
I don't hear it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I just want to see it.
They've been charged and fired.
We're seeing what happened. LMPD officers
All right.
were driving on Berry Boulevard in South Louisville when they spotted a woman walking down the sidewalk.
It's a Charger. No, it's a truck.
This was a pattern.
How about a drink? He
Unreal,
shouted.
yeah.
Officers of Louisville Metro Police's former
Kinda seems
violent
like
crime unit
some
were
high
not
school
able
shit.
to
Yeah, like these are
Yeah.
adults, right?
Dozens of times.
An
Sup,
authority.
fam? He just said sup fam as he threw that one.
Filming the drink throwing prank
I kind
He
of wish you guys
missed.
could hear the audio.
colleagues.
How we can.
It's like something you would do in high school.
No, 100%.
Yeah.
And like even then, middle school, frig, maybe high school too. Yeah, but come on, that's just so ridiculous. Like, and they're
That's
cops,
what the bullies.
and they're in uniform. So, and they hit that person. Like that's unreal.
More than a year after two
Okay, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's all we need to see.
this does
But
make
yeah.
me think of one thing. I would like GTA RP to get this in their scripts to be able to throw slushies from a car.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Like, drive-by
people.
slushing
Yeah.
would be sick.
So yeah, they literally go and assault people. Like that's
Yeah, that's
crazy.
assault.
That's assault. That's
That's for
100%
sure assault.
Yeah, no, that's and their authority. That's so it's a problem. So
They briefly slowed down the car and said, "Hey, baby, you got change for $1?" And when
Oh,
she turned around, the cop yelled, "How about a drink?" Like, this is some GTA behavior. What?
yeah, but
Yeah.
30-year-olds can't run that fast. I don't know. I think a
This is
20-year-old
not,
runs
like,
faster than
cop
30.
behavior.
Because Blue says maybe we need age restrict on being a police officer higher than 30.
And
Like
what
that
is
sounds like a good
bizarre
idea,
is-
but
Oh, but physical fitness
Yeah.
does matter. But
Like,
yeah, I don't know. Education
15 years
matters
ago,
too.
I could have ran. Now I can't even. Yeah, never mind.
I would like
but-
mentally fit cops as well as physically fit cops.
I look at my hometown cops, which it's a very small town, and
I got
and
headlights.
and do they are literal high school kids? Like when I say that, I'm not saying I'm not exaggerating at all. Like they look like kids that just graduated yesterday.
Yeah.
They're very young, and I don't know. I could see this happening, even in my town, man, because it just
No.
seems like they're
Yeah.
very.
I got detained by a
Immature.
cop one time that was younger than me, and I ended up getting in an altercation with him. He was in the wrong and I actually walked away from the scene.
So it says they were convicted of federal crimes. Do we know what the charges were?
I'm
really curious.
felony
what
assault. I don't know. Met to multiple assaults.
Judge called their actions egregious, conscious,
Right.
shocking.
Authority, something to do with the authority.
Federal civil rights charges. What does that mean? I don't know what that means. At least 5 other officers were suspended for helping film and drive during the encounters, or just laughing in the group chat. And
Good.
failing to report
No
it.
good. That's like, okay, it's trying to say it's a harmless joke, but that can really you're walking down the street and get a slushy thrown at you. That just, no, that's not cool. Like
Yeah,
yeah,
and,
just
like-
a slushy. It's not a big. It's not the biggest deal, but it is.
I guess here's your guys.
The fact that it's
Brian
police as
Wilson.
well, and that's not going to build trust.
Yeah, I was kind of trying to think of that. Like, this has got to
Yeah.
hurt police trust.
Like
And
people
community
already
trust.
have an issue with police anyway, and this is just not helping. Especially when there's however old they are, just acting like children.
But that's the thing, though. You're like, yeah.
I would like to know the age of each officer
Yeah.
that was involved.
I mean, we
I
have
wanna
their
know- I wanna
names, so
know
if you
how
want to do
old
the
they
work,
are.
Kevin
Yeah,
Casper,
yeah.
John Roberts, John Benzing, Bo Gattagard. These are the additional officers.
Yeah.
Joseph Howell. It looks like they doled out suspensions and penalties based on how involved they were, which is also.
I bet you're laughing and all that. You know about it.
Like these
Like,
10-day
you
guys
know.
were mostly just you didn't report it. You should
yeah,
have
it's okay.
reported
Yeah,
it. Like,
and if you see a crime that's continuing, you're supposed to, in theory, report it to the police.
I see detective on there, which means they've been with the department for a long time.
Sergeant. I see Sergeant.
That's
And
what I
then-
mean. So they weren't kids.
Which
Which
what's
is
this one?
even
Detective.
more
Detective.
worrying.
So it looks like one
Yeah.
sergeant involved and a bunch of detectives. But yeah, not children for sure.
Yeah, they look like long-term members of the police department. Yeah, interesting. I can see it coming from like young kids.
Yeah, always suspended with the pay for sure.
Yep.
Okay.
But yeah,
But
this is
not
also
like-
shows how long it takes this shit to happen though. We're finally getting like these guys charged for something for 2019.
Sure.
That's how
2018,
long it
yeah.
takes to get through this shit.
Yeah.
4
Yeah,
years.
so they got 4 years of back pay. I mean, 4 years of not being allowed to work, sitting at home, paid probably.
And they recorded themselves doing it. This was a slam dunk case against anyone but.
That's the thing, though. It's like, okay, and again, I've talked about this before. Don't do crime, but if you're gonna do it, don't
Be a cop.
record it. No, yeah,
Oh.
don't be a cop, but don't record it.
Oh, yeah,
still
if
getting
you're gonna do
paid?
crime, be a cop.
Yeah, like come on, you know, like, oh,
They're still getting paid, these guys?
yeah, I think some of them are, yeah, maybe not now,
Well, I don't know. Typically, when cops are suspended, they're
Weird.
usually suspended with pay.
True.
This just say 30-day suspension, so the suspensions are probably finished by now.
but yeah, more than likely.
In 1 month? off the
Yeah,
bat?
yeah. 1 month, and it happened in 2019. Yeah, they're getting paid right now. But some of these guys were not the ones throwing the slushies. They just didn't report it.
Didn't
It
report the
reminds me
video,
of
yeah.
a Twitch ban, you know what I mean? It's
Like right here, the sergeant
thank
knew
you,
that
Blue.
subordinates in the chain of command were doing it and failed to report. So
Blue-
him being a sergeant and not reporting was why he got 30.
Blue did the work for us. The cops were 40 and 36 years old.
Okay,
Interesting.
okay. These guys, the
Thank you,
main
Blue, I
two,
appreciate
the
this.
I feel like that
these
probably
guys.
played a pretty big role in them getting convicted, or it's like their age, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
13 months.
You should know better.
Like I don't know. I did some stupid stuff as a kid, but I didn't even do stuff like this, you know. Like
Now I'm
What about
assuming
some-
once you've had federal charges, even though this is only 30 months or whatever, like you're not gonna be able to be a cop ever again,
oh,
right?
probably not.
Like
Right.
these two, the suspended ones will. but
That's
these
even if they get out of jail. Like if people find out you're a cop in prison. Like,
you got to
come
go
on.
figure out another line of work, and there's other
And
work
if-
out there.
Yeah, I'm like oh, even
Even
if you
then,
get
it
out.
might be difficult if you've got a federal charge. I can still
Go-
be like,
Go do sanitation.
Yeah.
I heard pay's good.
Okay.
that's ridiculous.
Yeah,
though.
this story was just great. Is that all we got on this one?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I'm sure we've got a great one from Canada next. Global
Oh.
News Canada.
Curious,
Canadian woman
curious?
sets new record for deepest underwater photo shoot. What? That's.
I don't understand why
Did
people.
somebody have a record, or is this just now a record?
I don't know.
'Cause
Um,
sometimes
it
people just
might
do a
just
dumb
be
thing.
now
I
a
don't know what kind of
record.
camera she used. What?
It was like a GoPro with a really long stick. How much you want to bet?
Take it away, Dustin.
I mean that's good to know, right?
Yeah, sure. On a sparkling, clear, and calm day in early December, part-time Montreal model Kim Bruneau slipped into the ocean off the coast of Nassau in the Bahamas wearing a pink tutu, setting her sights on a new Guinness World Record for underwater modeling. With this type of challenge, the model has the hardest part because I put my life in their hands. Oh, I guess technically. All right, so she went underwater. How far did she go? 130 feet.
Holy moly! Let's see the picture.
So
That's pretty cool.
So there, Bruno removed her air tank. So she goes down with an air tank and mask, and then takes it off and holds her breath while they do the photos.
Oh, pretty crazy.
And then every few minutes they bring over a tank so she can breathe. That doesn't sound that hard. I could go
130
150
feet though.
I could do 150.
Yeah. Your head
Mhm.
doesn't blow up.
It's
I
gonna be on
don't
the
know.
news tomorrow. New
I
record.
can't go 10 feet without my ears hurting. Come on. So let's see the
Alright,
picture.
here's
And
the
there's
picture.
sharks on top of it.
Oh
Like,
my
come
god, never
on,
mind. I'm
you
out.
know,
I'm out.
like-
I'm out.
Okay.
I'm out.
Oh, it's fine and dandy. I can do it. No, just sharks swimming around.
I'm
So,
out.
and look at that's Photoshop.
That's a cool photo.
That's Photoshop.
That is
Yeah.
pretty cool.
Uh-huh. Look at
It does look like
Just
a
done
green
it in
screen.
Photoshop, lady. Come on, come on.
Or did they Photoshop the sharks?
Maybe.
Are they
I don't
Photoshopped
think they
these,
would have
right?
photoshopped the sharks. They probably took it all real. That's crazy. Yeah.
Alright.
Nope.
So the team shot 9 minutes. They shot photos down there.
Wow.
Could you be in the water with sharks for 9 minutes?
So I guess some sharks apparently don't bite people, but I would not take the chance. So you?
No.
Yeah. Go.
Hell, no, I'd be
No.
photoshopping that shit.
Yeah. Like.
Yeah.
Like,
According to this model, the sky is. They say the sky is the limit. The bottom of the ocean is the limit. Somebody needs to let her know about that brain exploding thing because that happens at a
Yeah.
certain point.
Oh.
You
does,
can't.
dude.
It won't be the bottom of the
From
ocean.
Pressure.
We
You're not gonna get-
weren't doing this during the sub thing, I don't think. But yeah, that. So.
It doesn't look like 130 feet. I'm just gonna say that.
But
Like that photo, it looks very shallow.
you don't see any shadows. Let's go back to the photo. Let's look at it.
Well, there's
I
actually a
feel like
second photo.
130 feet would be like
But 150 feet, like that's
darker.
maybe not though, right? The water.
I don't know.
just-
Is this one showed any better here? I mean, you can kind of see the
Like, sure.
surface up there.
Edited a little bit.
I don't know. That's something they seemed they wouldn't lie about, but
It's cool. I mean, either way, good for
You
her.
can't lie to Guinness.
yeah, Guinness
Guinness will
is
find
usually
out.
there, right? Ghost sharks, yeah.
Ghost sharks.
But,
I didn't see any shadows. She's got a shadow right there.
Like you can see
Her
the
leg?
pool, like the pool
Um,
lines. Like
And you can see
when you're in a
the shark
pool and you
shadow
see the-
here.
but yeah, if that's a very
What?
very sunny day here, like
And the shadows are correct. It's going like the sun's up here. The light source is in the top right because all the shadows are casting bottom left.
Her shadow looks like a baby crawling.
Which one? Hers?
Well, I mean, the water's gonna warp the shit.
It
Oh,
looks
it
a bit
does
like- it
actually.
looks
Yeah,
like
the
a
head
baby-
is here,
Yeah.
and the arm has got like
Okay.
a super buff
So
arm.
so get
though, for a
this. Okay,
baby.
I googled it. I just looked it up here. Sunlight can travel through water up to 1,000 meters, which is 3,280 feet.
So no, I mean
Oh.
she's nowhere close to where it should be dark.
Yeah. So
Okay, fair enough.
the more you know, like. But
That's cool.
What?
Yeah.
Apparently, this shoot follows a long battle to get pregnant and have a baby. So she went to Costco and spent $50 on a mask and fins.
That was the shadow of the baby.
That's some weird ass. Like maybe that's like some ritual or something, you know?
Wait,
like,
yeah, that baby shadow, is that like precog
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah.
Or whatever they call that?
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God for Costco, though. I guess, So.
Alright, was there another one? There is one more. Here we
Whoa!
go.
She's pregnant. That's not that deep, though. That can't be that deep.
Oh, now we're going with these not deep again.
Like, you can't do that being pregnant. You'd kill the baby.
Wait, was she pregnant in all these photos?
I don't think so.
She doesn't look pregnant here.
There's no way. Yeah, there's
No,
no
there's no
way. She's not
belly.
pregnant.
There's
So
no belly, yeah.
that must have
Is
been.
this the same person?
I don't know. There's no. Maybe I don't know.
Getting scammed.
The subtitle still says Kim Bruneau, still says Nassau, still says it's the record breaker.
Look, that's crazy. Like,
Where'd the baby come from?
yeah,
Ghost baby.
yeah.
Is there another picture?
That is an interesting.
Watch out for tetanus, girl.
No,
What the frig?
Where's the belly? The belly's gone again.
Yeah, that's so. I think it must be taken at different times.
This is a fake belly.
Ain't no way.
Enhanced.
I thought she wasn't pregnant yet. I thought she wanted.
But because she wanted the water, she got pregnant in the water. You
Hold
know?
on. She bought a snorkel. What did she do?
One of the
with it?
shots.
With
Oh,
the-
she wanted to have a baby. She bought a mask.
and some fins
she
and a
dove in
mask.
the
You
water.
know? Yeah.
Fish were everywhere. It
And
was
then
silent.
boom. that's how
Oh, wait,
it's done,
she found
kids.
a doctor. She found a doctor. And did
That's how it's done,
fertility
you.
treatment. And then went
Aw.
diving.
That's where babies come from. Yeah.
And
um.
I don't know. It must be a
So
record. of
many
its own.
questions, boys. So
Yeah.
many questions.
Oh.
So
Okay.
Part of the reason I got pregnant is because I started diving.
get her on the podcast.
Yeah. Let's get her on here.
Next
So
week.
you were telling me. Yeah. Okay.
About this baby.
Yeah.
About-
Yeah.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Okay, this one makes it look like it's a long ways down.
I don't
Right?
think I'd be able to do that
That was
though.
a really cool
This looks
photo.
photoshopped though. Fake.
Okay. Actually, I don't even think we have a.
like I can't my brain can't decide whether this
Some
stuff
look-
is
the
real
first
or
photo-
not.
No,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't.
fake.
I wouldn't trust global news that much. Trust me, but
Yeah, and it's also
Oh.
Canada that openly like lies without showing evidence. So this,
Oh
yeah,
my god.
Well, I think we have a few more stories left.
we do, and you're
And
gonna have
then-
to help with this one because I don't think anybody
and-
knows who Gypsy Rose
And then
is.
we will probably ask you some
Oh.
questions, right?
Porn star,
she w-
international
yeah.
porn star.
No,
No, she
not
no,
yet.
that
damn it.
killed
Not
her.
yet.
She killed. Oh, okay.
Different Gypsy Rose.
So Gypsy Rose, take it away. Take it away. Sid, you know this one.
Oh yeah, so there was like this thing a couple years ago about a girl who like killed her mother. I think this is the right person.
Yeah.
She was disabled and abused by her mother, and she just had enough and killed her. If I'm correct on the right person, I just
Very,
have
very
to-
close.
I have to-
Yeah, so from the BBC, Gypsy Rose Blanchard released early from U.S. prison. So so she was an only child from her mom was taking care of her, and her mom told her lied about her age apparently, but her mom started giving her drugs so she couldn't walk and she'd lose her she messed her up. There's a TV show about this called Gypsy Rose.
Was she actually sick, or was it like a
Yes.
Munchausen thing?
She wasn't sick at all, but she didn't know
Okay,
that.
so it was like Munchausen by
Yeah,
proxy kind of
Exactly. So she was like, and she was in a wheelchair, and she thought she was like 15, but she was actually
thing. That's
23 or
child
something.
abuse,
But
just for the record.
so yeah, long story short, she realized she could start walking and all this, and she didn't realize it. She met a boy, and then the boy ended up killing her mother for her.
Nicholas Gojan?
Yeah, it's a super sad story, and she got put in prison, which I don't like. Yeah, she got someone to kill her mother, but I don't know, like it's one of those things that's so hard to think. But yeah, she's out of prison. She's out, but she's 32 now.
She convinced
Yeah.
her boyfriend to
Yeah.
kill her mother.
Yeah, so
So basically, he realized that she was being abused.
Yeah. So, and I feel bad for him too, because not that he what he did was right, but I get it. She doesn't. The mother does not deserve to keep going.
Sure.
Like she was a horror. There's actually a documentary on it too, which is better than the TV series. It's a good TV series. I recommend watching it, and it's only one.
Well, yeah, but like, she shouldn't be killed though. Like,
No, I
the
didn't say
penalty
that.
for child abuse, you should get your child taken away and serve time in jail. kind of thing, for sure.
But the kid was she kept telling the kid was 16, but the kid was 23. She wasn't even a kid anymore. She was an adult. So.
Oh, so she got Britney Spears.
Yeah, she was an adult and she can't even walk. Like the mother, fucked her over pretty bad. Like, again, yeah, but hey, you can only keep a cat caged for so long. You know what I mean? Like,
All right, so she was 32 when she pled guilty in 2015. So that was 8 years ago. So she's released at 40 years old.
right? Yeah, she's 32 now, I think.
Oh, okay, 32 now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, 8 years ago she was
That's pretty
24,
gruesome.
and she thought she was like 16. Like, people thought she was 16, and her mom would have these charity things, say she was gonna die, then she'd move and go to a different city and say the same thing. So
So I guess this is a photo of her on Friday?
yeah.
First selfie of freedom?
You know what? Because that's the first time she's ever been out by herself. She's never been able to leave the house before, other than when her boyfriend left. So I can see why she
she's
would do
out
it,
of
right?
jail.
So
She's-
yeah,
She never got blood on her. She just
Yeah.
convinced this kid to do it.
but I can see why she wanted to kill her mother. I do 100%.
Well, but even in her own words, she says, "I regret it every single day."
I bet she does, but at the time, you got to do what you got to do. It was the only way out. The mother, who knows what the mother would have done, right?
Yeah, that's a tough
Yeah.
story. Yeah, it's tough.
So
Like-
she tried to convince her she had epilepsy, vision impairment, and muscular dystrophy, and was pumping those drugs to treat those. I
Yeah, so
assume
yeah.
have harmful effects in and of themselves.
And doctors,
Those are
some
powerful
doctors like,
drugs.
no, your daughter's fine. But she's fine, and yeah.
So she took care of her mom every day.
What do you mean?
Wait, who's Blanchard? The
The daughter,
woman in prison?
yes,
or the
they're both bad.
Yeah.
Just
The daughter.
The daughter's out of prison because the daughter's the one that killed the mother. Because
Yeah,
the
and this
mother
is talking
was
about the daughter using a wheelchair. And
the
feeding
mother
food
was the
on
one that
something.
was abusing the daughter for 23 years.
The daughter had epilepsy.
She didn't have epilepsy.
She didn't. Her mom had Munchausen by proxy, which means she believed her daughter was sick when she wasn't, and she was treating those fake sicknesses with real drugs.
So this
and
kid,
stuff. Feeding tubes,
That's
oxygen
fucked
tanks, and the drugs that would treat things like epilepsy, vision impairment, and muscular dystrophy. I don't even know what drug that would be, but
and
I'm
this
pretty sure you
kid
don't
grows
just
up.
take that.
This
You
kid
didn't
grows
need
up
it.
not knowing any difference, right?
Yeah. Yeah. If you didn't need it, none of that shit would be good. Yeah.
And
it's
apparently
great.
lying to doctors and saying her daughter's younger than she even is.
Yeah. So that's it. Like,
Subjecting her to unneeded medical treatments. Like, that
Yeah.
is full-on child abuse.
Yeah, it was.
And like I said, there's punishments for that. It's not dying. You don't kill them. So obviously,
I didn't
stabbing her
think,
death
I'm
is
not
not
saying
what I would
that,
ask
but
for.
I can see why she wanted her mother gone. Like,
Yeah,
like,
her mother needed
yeah.
to be out of the picture.
And-
Not this way, but out of the
no,
picture.
but like, hey,
Yeah.
like a kid calls, oh, my mom, I'm 24 years old, because she found out. The mom like, oh, she's crazy. She's got health issues. And the cops were like, oh yeah, they're there, sweetheart, right? They're not gonna believe some crazy, because she looks so young. Look at her now. She's 32. Look how young she looks, right? Like, she doesn't look like she's
She
32.
survived.
So
She's not being pumped with
yeah,
drugs all
and she's been in prison for 6 years. So like, that's. I hope she can recover from this. I do. Like, I really.
It's gonna be
do.
really hard, I'm sure.
Yeah, but no, what? People can come back. People are wrong.
Yeah. Should
Uh,
be resilient.
I guess that
That's
factored
interesting.
into her plea deal. It says, with the prosecutors, due to the abuse she'd suffered, they were able to negotiate the 10-year sentence, in
Yeah.
which she served 7,
Which I.
Otherwise, she'd be
in exchange for pleading guilty.
Yeah.
27. Yeah. For
Yeah.
sure.
Like, that's reasonable in my opinion. Like, not.
Now, I'm
like,
assuming Goat John is in for life, right? Is
he's
that
probably got a
what I
long
saw?
time. Yeah. I'm not too sure.
Because he's the one that held the
Committed
knife.
the crime. Yeah.
But they
Well,
don't
yeah.
talk about him at all, really.
It said he stabbed Dee Dee Blanchard to death with a knife her daughter gave him, and the
What
pair
did he
fled the
get?
scene.
For a prison
Um,
sentence.
They were arrested hundreds of miles away. He is serving a life sentence without parole.
Oh,
in
well, there you
Wisconsin.
go.
Yeah,
So
he.
So yeah, he's
he-
probably not getting out.
That's.
I would guess.
And I get.
Yeah.
I know it. That's again no reason for murder, but he met this girl, and he probably fell in love with her, and then he's like, "What? You're and this," and he like people do weird things for love. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's a crime of passion.
Yeah.
Sure.
So.
Still a crime. That's not an excuse for it. It's
Yeah.
just an explanation of it. I mean, if you're faced with this, it'd be
Damn
hard
right
to
he is,
override those
Jermaine.
emotions. But the right thing to do is to go to the police with the evidence.
Yeah.
Of
Again,
the
does he
abuse,
deserve
you
life? No. Maybe like people have done far worse and got less. So.
A man's doing everything for the
Yeah.
cat.
Yeah.
I mean, he could have walked out. He could have walked out. Okay, he could have walked out of the house.
100%. But again, this I've seen sentences for people
the
doing
Uber.
far worse being a lot less than this.
Yep.
True.
Yeah, like that woman, like she was crazy. Yeah, she
Damn,
doesn't
what a
take
roller
it.
coaster.
Okay, well,
She may have to like change her name though, because she's gonna be everybody's gonna know her, right? How do you move on when everybody knows you?
yeah, well, something like this happened here. I think I briefly talked about it. But this girl, she was 13, and this guy, this pedophile, was dating her. He was like 27, and then the parents didn't approve it clearly, and then the boy apparently she convinced her boyfriend to kill her mom, dad, and brother.
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa.
Yeah. And she's out of jail now because she was 13. She's like probably 27 now, but he's still in jail. But he changed his name and she changed her name.
Yeah. You kind of have to after these sorts of
But the
things.
guy, I don't think you should be allowed to after, especially like for the guy in prison. He can change his name in prison. It's like that's.
Oh, he
messed
changed it
up.
while in prison?
Yeah, he did. So
Oh.
he's still in prison. So
Hmm.
Jeremy Stanky was his original name.
Protected.
Yeah, so let's move on to our. I think we have 2 more stories.
Yeah, it looks like we have 2 more here. We got a real life GTA moment.
Yeah, what was it?
Oh.
CBS News
Oh my-
Chicago. Thieves break in, attempt to steal luxury cars from Chicago dealership. PDM getting robbed, y'all.
New heist leaked.
Oh, okay, what? Oh shit!
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
That's
okay.
unfortunate. So
Oh. That is
I didn't see it.
unfortunate.
I missed it.
Oh, sorry. I'll go back up. There's an SUV on its side here.
back to crazy.
Oh, there we go.
And
Literal GTA. Literal.
yeah, it looks like they didn't make their exit. Probably. I can't tell. I think it's the dealership to the right here. I think this is PDM.
So why? So well, how? What happened?
All right, Chicago police are looking for a group of people who attempted to break into a car dealership on the northwest side. Friday morning at Tab Auto Brokers near Elston and Kilpatrick. I don't know what the streets are. Owners say the thieves busted into the dealership by breaking a glass panel to steal luxury cars. The group tried to ram one of the cars through the driveway, but instead ended up smashing it into another vehicle and then flipped an SUV in the process.
Wow.
No further information is available.
That's pretty lame, but
Oh,
yeah.
no.
They flipped the car. They broke the car through the glass, flipped it, and just ran.
Imagine going home and sitting with your homies and be like, shit. Like, you know, what do you feel like such an idiot? You're like, sorry, like, like, fuck, I don't know.
They could have got away if they
Yeah.
just
Chilled.
stayed on 4
That's
wheels.
quite literally
Yeah.
fumbling the bag.
Yeah. Like, again, we don't promote crime here at Borderline Banter. Crime is bad. But
No, but we're gonna laugh.
we're
at
gonna laugh at you,
hilarious.
especially when you think if you just be a little bit smarter. I don't know, but
And these cops, just the way this one's looking at him, he's like, "Really?
fuck, this is gonna be a lot of paperwork.
Nothing's missing. Just this one's on its side."
No, it's funny when people fail at stuff like that. They try so hard, spend so much time, and it's like, nope. Again, whose SUV is that? Was that theirs? Was it stolen? Like,
I assume it was one from the inside.
They've definitely been planning this for months just
Yeah.
to fail right at the start.
yeah, they watched Gone in 60 Seconds a few times. Like, we got this, and
And I bet there's footage. I bet there's some CCTV, like the street footage or whatever. Comes out every
from
once in a
the next few days
All
here.
those cars are tracked anyway.
Exactly.
It
Most of
doesn't
them you
make
can lock
any
down.
sense.
Most of them you can lock down now from the dealership. Like they can literally hit a button. It's a kill switch for a lot of new vehicles now, which is super scary. But
Yeah. I mean, it just vaguely says luxury cars. It doesn't even say what kind of cars either. Tab Auto Brokers. Can't tell, but
it can be a mix of
If you
stuff.
want to steal a car like pre-2010.
Yeah, exactly right. That's cheap. Yes.
oh yeah. Just
But even
'cause
then,
it's
remember they had
security
bait cars
features.
back in the day. Remember that show, Bait Cars?
Yeah.
Right? So that was they just like if people would steal it, then they'd be like, "Hey, this looks like a bait car." But like, yeah, it can't be. And then they jump in, and it was a bait car.
All right.
There's a police chase that ended in a rollover in Woonsocket today. Oh,
What a caption.
Oh, this is our final story. Just a heads up.
Yeah, we'll
It's a
talk.
doozy.
And if after that, I'll go over you guys a little bit. But yeah, go for it.
NBC News brings us this burning missive. Wisconsin University Chancellor fired over ongoing porn career with wife as, quote, sexy happy couple. Joe Gow, former chancellor of the University of Wisconsin, La Crosse, said the termination violates his First Amendment rights and the school's own policy of freedom of expression.
So was he on school property?
Probably to do his job.
No,
But- oh,
with
you
the
mean
porn.
while making
Yeah.
porn? Well, that's a good question. We just recently did a story where somebody did porn in
Really, that's good to me.
the
I didn't
Senate
know.
room or whatever. Was it in
Yeah.
the Senate room?
It was in the Senate room. Yeah.
Yeah, they made a porn there.
Yeah.
In the Senate room.
So
Did you guys hear about it?
I did hear about that.
Get
Yeah.
some 80-year-old man with some 20-year-old guy, and they fired the kid.
I did.
They fired the kid, but they didn't fire the old senator.
Yeah, we kept the
So-
senator.
Yeah. He had a POV, like camera on, which, like, what?
GoPro.
Yeah, GoPro. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. They're just weird,
That's
weird
so
stories.
wild.
So yeah.
And you don't want to pay attention to politics? Why?
Yeah. Come on. Those that were dumb politics. Yeah. I watch that for
That's
research
interesting.
purposes only, for the record.
Ah, of course.
Yes.
yeah. It was the blurred version. too.
Being a journalist is hard these days.
So yeah, this guy, the longtime
Need to know.
chancellor, has been
Yeah.
fired
Yeah.
because of his porn career coming to light. He's
Oh,
been a
yeah.
chancellor since 2007,
Okay.
and he's been placed on paid administrative leave.
So
Effective
him
immediately.
and
Well,
his
that's not
wife made
fired.
No, not yet.
Private videos.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
even again now, I
As
guess
a tenured faculty member, he will eventually return to his role. So he's not fired,
ended or
but he's being paid.
so
He's given a
okay.
vacation.
They're just mad at him for that. Like, tell me at the
We saw your porn, thought you needed a vacation,
Yeah.
bro.
here. Go make more, right?
Am I
So,
reading this wrong?
He's
getting paid.
Yeah, that's what it seems like, right? So,
Chad. He's a Chad. Giga.
So yeah, so nothing's gonna happen to him. Nothing's all that. Oh, okay, cool. Well,
Did he show his face in these videos? There's so many questions.
yeah.
Surely,
So
if
apparently his wife was also a professor there,
Yeah,
and they've
okay.
been making videos together and published 2 books about making adults films.
So yeah, it's not just okay. Now there's, I guess, porn's porn, but some people do this
Blue
for.
says he's been fired as chancellor. What does that mean? I don't
Yeah.
watch Star Wars enough.
Yeah. I don't know what chancellor means. I don't know what a chancellor is.
Like Palpatine was the top guy, so
See, I didn't go to university, so I don't know that. Stuff.
we'll come back.
I've heard
as
the saying
faculty.
before, though. I've heard the saying chancellor before.
Maybe they
but
get
it's
to like vote on things, and faculty members don't, kind of thing.
So
Should he have been fired? Did she get fired as well, his wife?
no, I don't
Or
think so.
suspended or whatever. Should they have gotten suspended because of making something that wasn't on school campus?
I don't think so.
Like, should they have had that happen? It didn't happen
I don't-
during
yeah.
like times or on campus, so I don't-
Exactly, but again, then you come back to where then I don't think they should. Like now, if you're like now, depends on the situation too, right? There's a lot of different contexts. Which, like, if they were, if they was a student they're doing it with or something like that, that's a different
that
story,
makes sense.
right?
But if it's with your wife,
Yeah,
not on, it's fine.
exactly, right. And as long as you don't have Professor so and so from this school in the background, like like you got your freaking I don't even know the diploma in the background.
I need to know, was his face on cam? Was her face on
Yeah,
cam?
For sure.
Again,
Yeah.
probably right, but the Democrat was seen, right? His face was in camera, and they're like, oh, whatever.
So this says that they used pen names for the books, the novels, Jerry and Jay Hart for the books they published on Amazon. But yeah, they definitely used their face. They used their real photos on social media profiles where they went by the moniker Sexy Happy Couple. Social media pages also advertised their videos as available on Pornhub and OnlyFans. Like,
well, let them do
so
what
they,
they want.
they weren't they weren't being quiet about it, but like, do you have to be?
Yeah, so
They also had a YouTube page where they probably kept their clothes
like I
on.
guess you're
and
the
they did
public.
cooking videos.
If you're the public, you got to be careful with that stuff, though. That's a thing. Like that's just how it's always been. Like that's
They do say that none of their
Conduct is
public
a
works
proper word.
mention the university or their career.
But yes, but that's the thing, though. It does not mention anything. You should be let them do what they want to do in their own time, right? So,
Exactly. If they're not using their work time or their work stuff or work, like place or work materials to do it, like those would be crossing the line, obviously.
Yeah. Well,
But I don't see that in here. I just see 2 people wanting to make gross films. I mean,
maybe it's not great. You haven't seen it yet.
you don't know what I've seen.
How much? Are
I
they
did
making off of
research.
it? That's what I'm asking.
I guess we have to do our research.
That's true.
So.
They might not even have to go back to that place. They might be rolling in it and never have to work again.
This is this guy, Gao. This is the guy. I think it's very shocking that the Board of Regents would completely disregard my First Amendment rights and my wife's First Amendment rights, and also their own policy on freedom of expression and freedom of speech.
And
It's very unexpected.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope he fights it because, like,
good. Yeah, I do hope he fights
we've
it.
done a
That's
couple
really
other
good.
stories where teachers with OnlyFans keep getting fired, and they keep going, "Oh well, I was making 10 times as much on my OnlyFans. Better I lose that. Better I lose the teaching job."
That's the thing. Like, after if they're promoted to students and stuff like that, that's a different story. And some of them have kind of. But
Well, I don't know. What do you guys think? Should a teacher do OnlyFans?
see,
Is that
actually,
cool?
wasn't there? South Park just did an episode about that, didn't they?
Evolution wants video evidence. Hold on.
We all
Let's
see
if
like
I can
that
find
was
it.
a hilarious episode for the record.
I love that, and the whole thing with Prime as well with Cred. It was perfect.
Yeah,
Perfect.
it was pretty good. I recommend it. It's not for children, and that's serious.
Definitely not. I mean, isn't that in the title as well? Funny you say that. I've got South Park up on another monitor.
But yeah, I don't think they should be fired. Now, go buy a different name. Maybe they shouldn't use original names and stuff because then you don't get. They'll use an alias. That's all.
Well, they use the name "Sexy Happy Couple."
Yeah, but not on their social medias. I think that was in the book. Oh no, that was on their social medias. Was it? Yeah, okay.
Their social media profiles where they went by the moniker.
Okay, yeah, okay, my bad.
Sexy
My
Happy
bad,
Couple.
yeah. So.
God, leave these people alone, Mike.
Put on a
Leave them
mask, you know?
alone.
Jeez, I don't know.
You should go do the research and see if they had masks.
Be like, wear a mask.
Actually, I hate the mask.
You know what I mean? It's just like, come on, man.
Yeah, I'm not being facetious.
I want to know how much money they're making. Is it more than they make off their chancellorship? Is that what you call it?
Oh,
Also,
I have.
regents. This is
I
like
have
weird.
how much
So yeah,
money
the
are
counselor is the
they?
president of the university.
Sexy
You
healthy
have their
cooking
channel up?
and bedroom shenanigans.
Sorry?
I'm looking at a picture of them on the hub thing.
Oh, be
I
careful
got the hub.
Googling just this phrase, that sexy happy couple. Just
I've
that
done it.
alone will get you not safe for work stuff.
Oh yeah, I've got it on Twitter, but I have the filter off. We're lucky so far, and it's on my other monitor, so we
Yeah.
are safe right now.
So whatever you do,
Stop.
everybody in chat, whatever you do not just put this into Google.
Oh, bro, they're chilling. They're chilling.
Yeah,
Look
don't
happy.
just put that into Google. Don't do that.
Yeah.
That one time when I
Whatever you
misspelled
do.
Moby Dick.
Wait.
So I'm joking.
You accidentally put an apostrophe S? Oh.
So,
Oh, they do
Moby,
cooking
moldy.
videos.
Oh.
Sexy healthy cooking. I presume that's for their YouTube channel.
Yeah, that sounds like them. Sexy, healthy cooking.
Oh yeah, it's the YouTube channel. Chilling.
Oh.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that's not X-rated, right?
No, it looks like they do videos with stars though.
So their books are called Married with Benefits, Our Real-Life
So they
Adult
were,
Industry
like, pretty
Adventures, and
big.
Monogamy with Benefits, How Porn Enriches Our Relationship.
Well, again, like let people do what they want, but either do or you don't. And they like some places they
They
want
had a
they
little
try
bit of
both.
exposure. They weren't like underground.
They'll probably get more views now, more subs.
Maybe.
Don't
And
forget
if
to
going
don't
from
forget to
chancellor
sub.
to if going from chancellor to faculty doesn't affect pay, then it's probably fine.
I mean,
They're
they're
probably
doing
netting
well on
money.
YouTube. They're doing pretty well on YouTube. You uploaded 2 hours ago.
Ah, well, they
Yeah,
ain't stopping them.
They have no choice now.
Yeah. Alrighty. Well,
Region.
yes.
All right. I think that's all we've got.
Yeah. So, do you two have anything you want to talk about? Do you want to talk about your art at all, there, Twin? I cut you off earlier.
I mean, we're spending the rest of the month doing edits for people on Kick.
You mentioned you were gonna make me a jingle.
Could probably come up with some stuff for you guys.
Yeah.
For sure.
Because I do watch you want some art. Like I've done some art myself, but like you can see
Sure.
my page, it's not that great. But like I don't know.
I'm mostly video editing.
Okay. All right.
That's mainly what I went to school for.
Okay.
Is just video and like motion design. So like intros, ending soon streams, BRB screens, stuff
Alright.
like that. For in terms of like stream stuff.
Oh well.
Yeah, and I think I was talking with Mike about this. I think he was talking about an intro or something. Maybe you were thinking about trying to work on.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we don't have an intro. We just have like a screen we throw up. But
no, yeah. Oh no, I could definitely put something nice together.
Yeah. Something simple.
Fairly quickly.
That'd be cool because we're trying to grow here. I saw that was your goal.
Chat. What do you think? Would you like an intro for the banter chat?
Like like a 1 minute intro or 30-second intro.
30
whatever.
seconds. Well, I guess 30 seconds. I'm not sure. That's something we'll have to talk about. I'm not 100% sure what the best way to go is. Sid, sorry, on your page I saw you're working to get 150 followers. I am too. So if you haven't followed Sid yet, please can you type in chat, Sid? Please give him a follow.
Yeah.
But don't we have a bot command or something like SO?
Yeah, I don't know how to do it though. Like
SC.
Anyway, my goal is 150 as well, and we're 20 followers away from that. So I think
Did I do it?
I think so.
It's hold on, it's.
And I'm 20 followers away from.
That's not you. That went to somebody who's got 0 followers.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who's this guy?
I don't know.
I can't even...
No, you just said that's just yeah. Oh yeah, that guy there. But yeah, that'd be pretty cool because then that'd be pretty neat.
When's the next show in the new year?
We're actually gonna be doing it on New Year's Day.
Ooh.
Okay, cool. Nice.
First show of the year, but yeah, we can always. No rush on that. That's just something. But new year, new look for Borderline banter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would like to put something together for you guys, man.
Well,
I have a lot of projects right now. I have 2.
Jays, why did you ban SMCM?
Wait, I got banned.
Yeah, rip.
Oh shoot. So down. That's one of my admins. But yeah, don't. Twin will definitely chat afterwards or later on because that's something I would be definitely interested in talking about. But yeah, I don't know. Do you have anything else to say, or should we wrap this show up?
Sid.
Yeah.
You need to get a hold of somebody because your link is fucked.
Oh yeah. So what you're gonna do, Sid?
Middle dash.
I had to change it to a dash instead of an underscore to get to it.
So
And
Sid,
we
what
had the
you gotta
same
do?
problem,
Yeah.
and they can fix it in literally minutes if you go to the right
So
person.
yeah, just you got that little kick symbol. You can either probably shoot them a message, just live message them right now. I think they're active, and just tell them, hey, this dash is messing up my link. Can you fix it? And they will fix it. So. And they'll probably have it fixed by the time we're done here. But I do think we're about to wrap it up. Does anybody have anything to say? I do want to give Twins a shout out and the SMC.
That was good, man. I appreciate you having us on.
Yeah, that was fun. I always like
it's
it.
been good.
The great banter always. Really appreciate you guys coming here. It is the last banter of the year, so thank you for being part of that. Yeah. Happy New Year to y'all. Sid, do you have anything to say before you want to head out? Give yourself social shout out, anything?
I mean, you can follow my Twitter if you want. _SMCM. That's about it, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Keep
right.
having me.
For sure. Follow his Twitter. You can probably on his Kick page. So if you go to his Kick page, you can probably follow from there.
Actually, it's not. I was just looking. You need
No.
to probably look at your About Me section and maybe do some work on
yeah,
that.
that's a mess. I set it up with my first account, and I kind of just did what I had on Twitch, and I just left it. But I do need to
Yeah.
reflect it.
I
It's
would
something
look
I'll do
around
in
at
the
what some
new
other
year.
people are doing and just kind of steal the ideas they have, but with your own art and kind of your own
Yeah.
stuff.
There we
Tailor
go.
it to
Like,
you.
I'll do like poorly drawn stuff.
Steal the ideas,
I
but do the work.
I need to work on mine too. I need to do that.
Copy but change it.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, yeah.
Okay. Well, Twin, Gats, do you have anything to say before you jet out? Anything to shout out?
No, I appreciate you guys having us on. Shout out to Jay's Blaze.
Yeah.
Jays, we see you out there banning people.
Thank
Jays,
you.
let's
Thank you
go.
thank you for the on-ban as well, whoever that was.
And anybody watching who's looking for some art, some intro, some endings, or anything,
Yeah, anything.
shoot
We're
out
just a
Twin
cool
Gats.
guy.
I will.
Don't be shy, man.
Yeah,
Don't be
and I'm
shy.
sure he'll let him know you're watching, and he's probably help you out. He's a good guy.
I will help you out.
Yeah. Dustin, do you have anything to say before we jet out here?
Just thanks everyone for being here. It's been a great time. Everybody who comes and checks out our stuff on the YouTubes and places, leave me some comments. I like to read them. Click buttons.
Press button. Yeah.
Press buttons.
And yeah, you can always find us on Facebook, TikTok,
Tune
YouTube,
in.
and X, formerly known as Twitter. Follow us on there. We do like to chat. We mostly on Twitter and YouTube, but I do occasionally post that. But yeah, and if you want to be on our show, give us a shout out. We like to have the debate. We like to have people come by and enjoy.
Well, it's
that-
not even really a debate, if we're being
No,
honest.
sometimes it is. We've had some good today was good, but sometimes we have people. And we like
You
that.
know what? You win this.
No, like-
You win this one.
We do like to not disagree, but we do like to have that debate. Conversation's the best way to keep everything going, But yeah, shoot us a line, email us. Just drop us and we'll get back to you. And as always, we like to end the show with "It's okay not to be okay." A lot of people out there want to help you. If you're feeling down in your luck, there's a number 988. Also, I have a lot of information on there to seek signs and friends and family. Check it out. It's always good to be aware. Thank you very much for giving us a watch. We will be back in the new year. Happy New Year. Enjoy. We'll see you Monday. Thanks again
Happy
for
New Year.
Twin and
Happy
Sid
New
for
Year.
being here. We hope to have you guys on again.
Oh yeah.
Would love it.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send you somewhere. Let's
Where do
see.
we want to send you? We could send them to Twin if you're gonna continue streaming.
Are you getting Twin or should I?
I don't know. SM, are you staying on or?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna be up all night.
Okay, I will send you to SM because you are, if I can find you.
Send it to SM. Send it.
And then
to
it's
SM.
okay. Well, thank you very much, everyone. If you haven't followed, please hit that follow button. The follow helps us grow. We also are accepting subs now. Hint, hint. Anyway, no, thank you very much. Happy New Year. Enjoy.
Peace.
Yeah, I just sent them your way.